to Wrestling Gab. That's Delita. I am Travis. It's Monday, and that means it's time for Monday Night Raw. Looks like we have Film Nation in there and Matthew.
Yes.
Good to see you, Matthew.
Matthew saying AEW was trash.
Trash. Garbage.
Like, are you talking about Friday's stuff or something?
Are you probably talking about Wednesdays?
Or last Wednesdays?
It had like 700,000 people watching it. It's the lowest it's been ever.
I don't even remember it, so.
In its inception.
Film's like, ready for another episode of Monday Night Raw. Yeah, it's happening. It's there. But, yeah. How's everybody's weekend going? Everybody's weekend, was it good? Leopold says, no.
Uh-oh. Looks like they're going to start it out with Esther.
Matthew says today's AEW event. I think it is AEW Dark. Oh.
Yeah, I've never watched those. Is that the one with the giant? He hosts it?
Yeah, they're Monday night events on their YouTube channel. We've never really watched those. So it's kind of one of those things where we're kind of, it's kind of a weird thing that they use those to hype up their talent. And then all of a sudden you'll see them on, Dynamite, and they'll be like the number one contender. And you're like, how did they become the number one contender?
Magic.
Anyways, Daz Reynolds in the chat too. Hey, Daz. And Nadulia's in the chat. Hey, Nadulia says, hello, Wrestling Gap. How are you doing? Great. Nadula, how are you doing? How are you doing tonight? You doing pretty good? For us, it's Monday night. I don't know where you're at, but how are you doing at this moment in time? Daz Reynolds says, hi. Who do you think is next for Seth? Gosh,
Seth, yeah, that's tough because the whole Cody thing was running to an end anyways. I feel like Seth's going to go to Money in the Bank. And that's coming up in what, just over 2 weeks?
Yes.
Just under 2 weeks.
Oh my God. It's only 2 weeks away now.
Under, yeah.
Like a while ago, it was like 12 weeks away.
Yeah. And now it's 12 days.
Good thing I'm ready for it. Just waiting for one more thing.
Kind of excited to see Elias come back, though. I will be honest.
Elias's concert tonight.
He's going to talk to us, sing a little bit.
I don't like her outfit top. It's not very flattering. Anyways.
She is the EST of...
What?
Oh, you were saying.
Oh, her outfit top.
Right.
It's not very flattering. Matthew says, Juneteenth wokeness starting it off. Oh, dang it. As like AEW tries doing a lot of matches, but they lack quality. I'm here for Broccoli Lesnar.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Brock's going to be on here. Makes you wonder if the Bloodline will be on here.
Piccolo's in the chat, though. Hey, Piccolo, how's it going? Says, what up, Gabaholics and Heyman Eggers? Nadula says, I am doing great. Can't wait to see Elias. It's going to be crazy, huh? As Roberto Lozano is in our chat saying, Ezekiel is not Elias. Kevin Owens
is that real? So Rhea
wrong.
Ripley will not be medically cleared to compete. That match is not happening.
So she got hurt or something?
Yeah, she got hurt. I can't remember what it was. I want to think it was somewhere in her mouth, but I can't remember.
Oh, okay. I think I gotta remember something about that. Let's see. Pico's like, LOL, never go full Heenan. Never go full Heenan. I don't know what that means.
Well, Bobby Heenan is a heel, and he makes fun of people. I don't know what the context was. But.
I don't know. Just says never go full Heenan. As Roberto had said, Ezekiel is not Elias. Kevin Owens is going to be wrong. Daz says, are you looking forward to Forbidden Door next weekend?
Looks like Carmella might be it. We do have AEW's Forbidden Door next weekend. And the other one, New Japan.
Yeah, the Forbidden Door with AEW and New Japan. Looking forward to it. I mean, is it really going to make a huge difference in AEW stuff? Or, or is it just going to be oh, hey, they're having some matches, and this was just a way to get New Japan on a pay-per-view.
It's basically they're trying to get New Japan some fans. Mm-hmm. They're also, and they have fans. They have a loyal fan base, but they're trying to get new eyes.
Right.
And they're also doing fantasy booking for fans of AEW because most fans of AEW would watch New Japan.
Right.
Because it's a lot of indie guys that came from there, especially like the Bucks and the Kenny Omegas and and others. So they're going to have a fatal five-way between all the women she named.
Okay.
And the winner wrestles her at Money in the Bank.
Oh, because Rhea
Ripley is not going to be medically cleared in time.
At that time. Anyways.
In time, yeah.
Okay. Vindicator's in the chat. Hey, Vin. And Luna is in the chat also. Hey, hello, Luna. So Vindicator says, Smiles, Luther, you're on camera. Always on camera. Always. Aren't you on camera 24/7 no matter where you go in this world anymore? It's pretty sad.
Yeah, especially when you're driving.
Robbie's like, what going on, peeps? And Luna says, yeah, never go full old Robert. Matthew says, what the fuck, Rhea's hurt? Yeah, I guess something to do with her mouth or something like that happened when she was in that match.
Oscar.
But I don't remember. What match was it? Was it the one with Liv? Or
I just can't remember.
I don't remember which one it was. Robbie says, got WWE on mute because of this fraud on now. Which fraud? Esther, Becky, Asuka.
Well, now
everybody's
Asuka.
a fraud anymore, so. Pico's like, I made a quiz I sent to another YouTube channel. Do you like to play it later? Totally. I like to play quizzes. Let's do it, Picola. Dula says, I am not sure if it is an ambush or if she's actually hurt. Oh, right?
I have no idea.
I do not know either.
Come on, buddy.
He's like, I'm playing with my mouse.
I didn't know he had a
Sir.
mouse.
Vindicator says, give Liv a shot at the title, but watch it will be Asuka. Ugh. Vindicator also says Liv got the biggest crowd pop, by the way. She did? Oh.
And then Liv. They let her have a mic.
I'm not hearing any crowd pops there, Vindicator. I'm trying to listen to the background.
It's when she was naming them earlier.
Oh, I see.
Esther was going through each name.
Matthew says WWE is so safe these days compared to the days of old, which begs the question, have wrestlers gotten weaker or is wrestling more dangerous now than ever before?
I feel like it's the first.
Soft, woke weirdness. Sophie's in the chat, though. Hey, Sophie says, I was looking forward to Rhea versus Bianca at Money in the Bank, says that was a fresh match.
Yeah, it'll still happen, and it'll be good when it does.
For all
happen.
we know, it could just be a work.
Carmella?
And Rhea could. We don't know. There's Carmella. She got the biggest pop with as many boos.
Yeah, she got definitely the loudest ovation.
Lots of boos, but it was a lot more. Vindicator says, Travis, did you and Sir Leopold have fun over the weekend?
I can't even remember the weekend. So probably. I don't know what happened this weekend.
Did we have a weekend?
I don't remember.
I feel like my weekends...
I feel like we didn't do anything, so it was kind of like a nothing.
I feel like I did a lot of shit this weekend. Like, always.
Anyways, Carmella... Yeah, that's a good question.
Matthew says, any news on Big E returning?
No, I just know that he took his neck brace off, which means that he's more healed than he was.
Yeah.
We'll have to see in a year or so.
Pico says, it's for indie fans. Since Sprinkles happened, it would have been done sooner because New Japan had a horrible time when everything shut down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now here is the blister.
Robbie's like, Esta. Oh, she's the fraud. Got it. Nadula says, last night was shocking. I cannot believe AJ Styles has come back to Impact Wrestling.
No.
He
didn't come back. He came back last night, though. It was awesome.
he did make a
cameo.
appearance on Impact
A
because
cameo.
of the 20 years, as he should, right? Because he was a huge part of Impact, made Impact what it was, and stuff like that. But he's not back in or with Impact, guys. So try not to get too excited about that. Gothlesia says Drama Llama Asuka. Sophie says no Money in the Bank qualifying match between Asuka versus Becky. And when did Rhea get injured? I'm trying to remember what fucking match it was.
Oh, they have Liv or Alexa defending Liv now.
Oh, God. Nobody... Stop defending people. It's just lame.
It hurts her character.
Yeah.
Her character's already in a tailspin. So let's have that fatal 5-way now. Looks like it. Becky's taking off her top.
Sophie says, so we might be getting Bianca versus Becky at Money in the Bank. Maybe. We'll see. There's 5 of them in the match who could possibly get a match with her, so you'll see who it's going to be.
I feel like Asuka cost her, and then I don't know who they're going to put in it, because they can't do Becky.
Right.
Because that doesn't make any sense.
No, it really doesn't. Pico's like, injuries happen all year long. I think they're overworked and need rest more often. He's like, Pico says, piffs in pink. You know, that only includes Carmella and maybe Bliss, right?
About pink?
Mm-hmm. Nobody else was wearing pink. So he's like, we are getting Riddle versus Amos. Really?
Yeah, who doesn't want to see that? We already saw that once, and Amos beat him in like 10 seconds.
Right. That's weird. Yeah, that's a little weird.
It might have been a tag team thing, but I'm pretty sure it was a singles match. But
yeah.
what was that? I remember him pinning him, is all.
Wasn't it when they were like having a whole...
Maybe it was with
tag team
AJ Styles, yeah.
Yeah, it was something to do with the tag team stuff. When they had that feud with AJ Styles and him were still together as a tag team, and then they had Riddle and Randy were going after the titles. Robbie says Liv or Carmella would be more exciting out of this bunch. Please not Bliss winning Money in the Bank on the title. LOL. Pico's like, oh, whatever you do, don't pop blisters. Soothe it with a damp cloth. Yeah. Don't actually pop your blisters, because what's happening is has a whole bunch of white blood cells in there, and they're trying to fix what's going on. And you're better off waiting for the blister to like go away a little bit. If they're really big and in a spot where it's inevitable it's going to pop, you're better off cleaning the area really well with alcohol, cleaning a needle or something of that nature, something very sharp, and cleaning it very well with alcohol and stuff, sanitizing, and then poking the blister on the side and draining it, and then leaving that skin over it, because if it pops a different way, it can split that skin. It's really not good. Pico's like, the more you know. Nadula says, we are 11 days away from Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Matthew says, Mickie James came back to WWE for some event. She didn't go on the main roster. I think WWE is trying to work with Impact, especially with Vince leaving.
Yeah.
Is that just wishful thinking at this point? I mean, really, right? I mean, even if Vince leaves, right, and he's not really leaving, right? He's stepped away from one position, but still has control over another position. And if you guys really think that he's still not running the company, even though he's not the face of the company right now, then I feel sorry for you. Because there's no way that you think that fucking Stephanie is fucking running fucking WWE. Fuck. She couldn't even run the fucking women's division. Look what she did to it. Shit. Just garbage. Like, she hasn't done crap with it. So, yeah. I really feel that's not happening. Man, it's like the wrestling schedule these days is nothing like the territory days.
No, not at all. Not even close. I think they wrestled every night back in those days. The shit they got stabbed and shot at.
Stabbed and shot at.
So
sounds
this is
fun.
a fatal 5-way.
Yes, the Fatal 5-Way. The winner faces Bianca for the Women's Championship at Money in the Bank. And you have Asuka, Carmella, Liv, Bliss,
Becky
and
takes
Becky.
out Asuka immediately. Those
They're
two take
just
each other.
having a meltdown in the middle of
Everybody
the
else
fight.
just standing around watching.
Carmella's like, who do
Carmella
I go
attacks Liv,
after? Because
and then Alexa
those
attacks
two
her.
will
So it's
team
2-on-1 right now, but we'll see if these two end up locking horns.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Seriously? They're going to, like, start acting the same?
Yeah, it's silly.
I'm already barfed out enough about Liv. Now she can't even be her own person. Come on, guys. Just let her be Liv if you guys want her to be Liv so bad. Stop making her be things she's not.
Oh, this is botchy. Not necessarily Liv's fault here. This could definitely be Bliss's also.
So if does anybody care about this backdoor pay-per-view on Sunday?
No, but we will be here. We will be doing it. You're going to have more fun watching me struggle with their names half of the match than...
That guy.
than
That
anything
guy
else.
over there. Travis
Well,
is
shit,
going to
it
be
ta-
calling it by their trunk colors.
It takes me a good 4 months to learn wrestlers' names. And so it's just... And then they're going to be doing all this in one night. This is terrible.
Pico's like, tell me about it in your rocking chair, old man.
Right.
Matthew's like, I hope Bailey comes back. Sophie's like, Roman versus Brock are round 9. Joey Rico's in the chat. Hey,
Hey, Joey.
Says, hey, guys. How's it going, my man? How are you doing tonight?
Good.
Watching some Raw? Vindicator says, so Bianca title match will basically be a filler at the Bank pay-per-view, and then
Yes.
the real match will be with Ripley at SummerSlam, which is more fitting anyway.
Right, and we all thought it was going to be Becky, and Becky might get that title back at SummerSlam, but that doesn't look like that's going to happen now.
Pico says, LOL, I think I have more gray hair than you do, Matthew. Sophie's like, the more you know with D. And Matthew's like, put salt on a bandage and put it on the blister. The salt will draw out the moisture. True that. Pico's like, love how we segue to burns and scrapes treatment on the fly. I was like, LOL, I'm not gray yet, Cola. Sophie's like, whatever moves Stephanie makes, her father will reverse it when he comes back as CEO and chairman.
Right, well, as he's running it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
He's obviously telling her what to do.
There's no way. She may be a face up there, but she ain't doing shit.
Uh-oh. Spinning neck breaker. Carmella might be in trouble, too, and... Nope. She kicked out.
She was over the women's division for the last 5-7 years, and she's done shit with it. Like, nothing's happened. It's garbage. In fact, I think it's worse now than it was then, before she took over. She's empowering women. Sure she fucking is.
Becky missed with that leg drop.
They're like, hey, we want you to not hit this and
Uh-oh.
hurt your butt.
Oh! See what she was going? The Sister Abigail right there, and she did not get it.
Ooh, she couldn't pull it off.
A little Hurricane Rana.
That was a really terrible Hurricane Rana. Ooh, key to her success.
Would you say about
Where's
me?
her weird mask thing?
I don't know.
I feel like it gave her a good one up. So it was like, whatever. Oh, I already read that. Matthew says Fatal 5-Way equals lazy booking.
It is. And then,
It is.
we already had a match supposedly for the ladder in the bank with
And Asuka somehow
Becky and Asuka.
Yeah, and Asuka's somehow out of it right now. Like,
I know. Becky attacked her, and all of a sudden she's just dead.
right? But Becky came back in. So, who knows
Right.
what's really happening. Did you find
And
your
they've had
pal
Liv in
again?
here way too much. Uh-oh. Carmella's face hit that corner. Maybe she does need that mask.
Uh-oh. That's not good. Joey's like, let's go, Bliss.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like this was a last minute plan. I was like,
It
oh,
definitely
he's
looks like
saying
it.
something nice about Liv. Yeah. Pico's like, oh yeah, ironically, seen a free YouTube vid. It was called 350 Days. It's a good watch for maybe 20 minutes. Just superstar Billy Graham talking about taking roids. That sounds very helpful. That sounds extremely helpful. I think I'm going to go watch it.
I like Billy Graham.
I want to take me some steroids. How do I get them and whatnot? I'm kidding, guys. I have no idea. Matthew is like, the women are horrible in matches with a bunch of people. They make it look so obvious that they are milking a clothesline to the outside, making a clothesline to the outside if they're in the ring there for 5 minutes. Ugh. Pickle is like, I'll be your translators, you big dummies. Ha ha. Matthew says, WWE doesn't build talent. It's hard to care about some matches. Vindicator says,
I guess I didn't get it.
The stupidity of this show's card has Vince fingerprints all over it, and so does the current women's division. Stephanie did not wish for any of this to happen, and she cannot override her dad. Stephanie was in charge of the women's division for a long time, and she did nothing for it. Triple H was in charge of NXT for a long time, and it went nowhere. I'm sorry, guys. You guys can say how much you like him, and that's great. I'm glad you guys are fans. But I feel like they did nothing for the company. They've done nothing. Like, there were some ideas that Shane McMahon had that would have been fantastic if other things in the world hadn't have happened. Right? Like, a lot of you really liked having the stuff on Raw with the underground stuff. And things like that. You got to see other talent. You got to see some talent you hadn't seen for a long time. And it kind of gave them something else to do besides hanging out and catering. But, with the pandemic crap that happened, they couldn't really bring them out in the open, right? Because they're like, oh no, everybody has to not get sick. So let's get rid of that idea. And it wasn't like it was because it was a bad idea. But Sophie says, when this backdoor pay-per-view was first announced, a lot of AEW fans were looking forward to it, but after CM Drunk got injured, now all the AEW fans aren't looking forward to it.
Right.
Pickle's like, funny, Sophie never drops facts about Japanese wrestlers. So he's like, maybe we might get Rhea versus Becky at SummerSlam. And Sophie says, I would be in the same boat as Travis is going to be by not knowing any wrestlers.
It's going to be tough.
I don't know him either. That's why I said he's going to be calling the match by trunk colors. Like, he'll know the one person in the match, and then he'll have to say, and the guy in trunk colors, blah, blah.
And knowing AEW, there's going to be like 8 and 15-man tag teams and shit.
Right.
And that's going to be so damn confusing.
So the AEW team is winning over the New Japan team.
And God forbid if it's the Young Bucks, because I can't figure their names out.
Can't figure out which one is which in that, so we're all screwed. Bugle's like, let me know which broad wins. I'll be watching Family Feud. Robbie's like, another Ronda match and I will barf. And Sophie says Vince is still in charge. I think all the fans were hoping he backs away from creative as well.
Oh, no.
Matthew says, Steve Harvey out spectacular on the feud.
Yeah,
the show has gotten so ghetto too. LOL, it's great. You mean they went back to the old days? Like that. Like the way it used to be when the guy was on there that kissed everybody.
Right.
Richard Dawson. That's pretty funny, actually.
All right, we are back, by the way. Liv Morgan on the second rope. There's a shotgun drop kick off the second. Pops up. Their little kip up. Oh, I don't know what she was doing with Becky there, but it looked like a hardcore botch on one of them. Not sure which one.
It feels like these ladies have never even worked together, like, for a while or something.
Do you know Liv has been on TV every single week for 2 years?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, for quite a long time, actually.
She's taken a lot of time away from other people. I mean, every single week.
So if they don't have a qualifying match for the women tonight, then what are we doing here?
This is for the title, and then they'll probably allow 2 or 3 of them in. 1, 2... somehow
Asuka finally showed up wherever she was at. So the question of it is, right, is the person who wins a match against Belair going to be in the actual
ladder match
the
too?
ladder match too?
Probably not.
That's what I was thinking. And if they did, it'd be really weird. Pickle says same thing with gauntlet matches. They know who is in the final winner. They just fill time. Minicator says women division started going downhill after WrestleMania 35. That main event with Becky versus Ronda versus Charlotte left a bad taste in people's mouth. Yeah, the minute Ronda got involved and then had her little crybaby tantrums of stupid was, yeah. Nadula says, I don't know who to pick. Maybe I should vote for Liv. Possibly.
Yeah, who knows?
We don't know. Sophie's like, it's sometimes hard to tell who they want to win, though. Matthew's like, I'm a big fan of lumberjack matches.
Oh, yeah?
Where everybody stands on the outside. And
yeah, and they don't let anybody go out.
They just have the two people inside, and they're, like, beating up on everybody. It doesn't matter if they're good or bad. But I was like, bring back Raw Underground. Matthew's like, will Cena return tonight? WWE is hyping his return.
Dun, 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 dun.
Have to hype him up, right? He's an old... Yeah, brings in fans, and because people are still fans of him, I guess.
Right? Yeah, he's still got fans around.
Because like it's sometimes hard to aim for the toilet bowl, but most of it's not on the floor either. It's Robbie's Sunday Night Heat, and people's like, oh yeah, Family Feud highlights on YouTube are just the best.
Yeah, there's one with a blonde with big boobs, and she comes out and she's all shaking them.
That's funny.
She's very distractive.
So my favorite is some of the ones. I think it was a Steve Harvey one, but it might not have been. It was one where the lady got asked. So they asked her, "What's the hardest month for pregnant women?" She said September.
Yeah.
I was like, "What?" Like, what you talking about there?
Asuka with a good thrust kick. Becky might capitalize on this. Oh, no, Liv's coming in. Liv hits her with a double knee.
Robbie, Pico says...
Oh, she went for her finisher. Nobody's home.
Oh, no.
Becky with the man slam.
Ooh. Who's going to save
1,
her?
2, Asuka.
Oh, Asuka
I
pulling
knew
her off.
Asuka would screw Becky.
Robbie's like, Cena needs to stick to films if that's what he's good at. Joey says, I thought Rhea Ripley was supposed to go up against Bianca Belair this Sunday. What happened? She got injured
She's injured,
somehow,
and she won't be cleared.
supposedly, and she's not going to be cleared for it. So they're hoping, or somebody in the chat was like, that's fine. Hopefully they'll just do it at SummerSlam. That's what we want to see anyways. So
There it is, Twisted Bliss. Oh, nobody was home.
got her knees up. Robbie says Sunday Night Heat wasn't bad. Pico says, yep, can't wait for the 10-man tags.
That's it. Carmella wins. Carmella wins.
What?
That's a 12-minute match with Carmella coming out ahead.
Wow, now you know it's definitely rigged.
Pinning Liv Morgan.
Right. That's so weird.
Bliss had her though right here.
She did.
She went up.
And
hit her with the
Liv
Twisted
did get her
Bliss.
knees up, so it kind of took her off there. But yeah. Sophie says, to make this crossover pay-per-view more interesting, they should have Ring of Honor and Impact be part of it in some way. Too much. It's just too much. Vindicator says 15-man tag team would be sensory overload, even for my tiny little brain. Pickle says that old host could have passed mono to every housewife in the 70s. Bobby's like, there's a UK version of that Family Feud called Family Fortunes. I've heard of that.
Hey, that's
Sophie's
cool.
like, it's the favorite girl of Morgan on TV. It's so funny how you guys say that, but I'm pretty sure the fans of her are the ones that are in the chat. And since I'm not in the chat, that makes it all of you.
The first half hour of Raw is over.
Yay.
And Carmella is the winner of the 5.
So she gets to go up against old Bianca at Money in the Bank. Matthew says, "LOL, dude, basically made out with every one of the females
Who's
of birth
Margola
families."
Ravi?
Who's who?
Margola Ravi or something. He said move over Margola Ravi. Or Ravi.
Margot Robbie.
Something like that.
Who? Okay, so Margot Robbie is the one that played, what's her face? Can never remember her name. The Joker's girlfriend.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Harley Quinn, thanks, Piccola. I was like, I can't ever remember her stupid name.
So,
that's how much a fan I am.
Because he's saying that Carmella's prettier than Shia. She
Yes.
might have a better body, but face-wise, it's not close.
Was it Corey talking?
Yeah.
Then of course it was. Of course he's going to say that. That's his wife. Let's see.
Come on, everybody.
So, Matthew said, "Oh, dude basically made out with every one of the females of birth families. The good old days when sexual harassment was okay." So it was like 2 of them were part of the ladder match. Robbie says Asuka is a lazy wrestler these days. Pico says, "Well, I'm not going there, lol, but yeah, some good times." So he's like, "I'm guessing we might get Becky versus Asuka in a qualifying match tonight." Robbie's like, "The TV will be switched off if Cena comes back."
He's coming back next weekend for sure.
There you go, Robbie.
Like
now you know
week.
what you're not
Next
watching.
Monday, he will be here 100% sure. It's his 20-year reunion.
Sophie says the Usos have been on Raw a lot more than their cousin Roman. Pico says, "Oh, I don't get it. Thought it was January." That's funny.
And to be honest, I think if the worst month to be pregnant would be like late July, early August, like
Right.
where it's hot as fuck.
Right.
And especially if you were further along. I mean, if that's what they were asking for, obviously that's not really the joke. But
Right. Robbie's like, Becky with lazy selling. Mella big win. Sophie says, how did all 5 of these women deserve to fight for a championship match?
that's all they got. They don't have another one. I guess Dewdrop could have been in there, maybe instead of Liv.
Yeah, because isn't Liv and Bliss in the ladder match?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Becky was just complaining, so she's probably going to get inducted into the ladder match.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Matthew
it's
says,
a Hall of Fame or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
Becky
she's
is
getting inducted.
Right, she's getting abducted.
Not abducted, inducted.
Inducted. Oh.
Yeah.
Matthew says Becky is overly dramatic and bothers me. Sophie says, wow, that was a twist. Nadula says, wow, this must be a joke.
Right? Absolutely insane.
Vindicator says, not much excitement, Not much excitement in everyday life in Nebraska. If this 6-pack match gets them cheering, we've seen this 3 times in 2 months. Robbie's like, yes, at least it wasn't Bliss. Thank Fook. Matthew is like, I'm surprised Carmella won. However, it matters since Belair heads to beat the Barbie in the name of wokeness. Yes. Nadula says that Money in the Bank, we might see a big upset or we might see a squash match. I'm guessing squash.
You mean, I would like to see it last at least 10 minutes.
Right? Robbie says, I'm not a fan of Liv.
No.
I mean, you can say that, but you protest too much. Jonas, the New York Police Captain Cat says Mella wins. Vindicator says Carmella won because they want Bianca to face an obvious heel, which Liv, Bliss, and Asuka are not that. Pico says, oh, I already read that one. Sophie says, wow, they actually give the women more than 5 minutes to wrestle. Pico's like, she's an Aussie actress.
Yeah, that was a 12-minute match.
Joey says, thought Rhea Ripley was supposed to be going against Bianca Belair.
She is hurt. She got injured, and she will not be medically cleared.
That was what Bianca came out and talked about the very first part of Raw, by the way. She came down to the ring and talked about it, and that's why they had the 5
Give it to her. He's going to give it to her right here. He's going to give it to her right here. Oh, no. That's how it was supposed to be anyways. Right now. Oh. So did she.
Yes, very, very frustrating for you. You're on TV a lot. How terrible.
It is fucking Vince McMahon.
Hey, it's Vince, Mr. McMahon, you guys know how you hate him so much? Now he's on your TV.
Vince McMahon is coming out on Raw, and that's him!
And they're very excited
He is
to see
there.
him. He's the man that makes all of this happen for you that you hate so much. So weird. So weird. Films in the chat saying Carmella looking all sexy, going full on pink, and oh no, Ravi, what's wrong? Vindicator says Tony D'Angelo needs to be on the main roster with Braun Breaker. Raw main roster has no stars only than Bobby and Theory.
Didn't that Tony D'Angelo like separate his shoulder or something? Isn't he injured?
I thought he was.
I thought he got injured in a house show.
Robbie's like, film what you saying. And Pico's like, are you a fan of the Usos or is it nepotism?
The Uso Penitentiary. I don't mind the Usos.
Luke is in the chat, though. Hey, Luke says, hi, I'll just woke up to say hi and say I'm always watching chat, lol. Pickle's like, you missed some good cat fighting at the start of Raw, Luke. It looks like, man, I was enjoying sleep. Matthew's like, cheers and cowboy hats and whatnot. Rob's like, lol, I don't protest at all. Ayla's in the chat. Hey, Ayla.
For that, I say thank you. Run away, Ravi. It's the John Cena segment. Don't listen. Next week, he's coming. So there you go, Ravi. Now you know who to miss Raw next week because John Cena is going to be there. So Matthew's like, give it to her hard. And Luke's like, hi, Ayla. Ayla's like, hi, Luke. And Pico's like, Flamingo Melez money. Vindicator says, hi, Luke, but who is the Ayla you speak of? Question mark, a bot, maybe? I was like, Vince out to say nothing. Matthew says, Raw just got more awesome. Vinnie Mac. And I was like, no chance in hell. Pico's like, did he lose his golden egg? Go check up your ass, Vince. Vindicator says McMahon won't say anything worthwhile like he hasn't since the Hall of Fame inducting Mark Calloway. And it was like, Vin, you seem to think I can't unalive you with my laser beam eyes and hacking skill. And looks like you saying you don't protest is in fact technically protesting. Facts. Truth right there. Matthew's like, Cola, watch your mouth. That's a billionaire Mr. Vincent Kennedy McMahon Jr. Treat that man with respect. Robbie's like, hello, next week. Thanks for the heads up. Now you can plan your next Monday accordingly. Pickle is like, hate this megalomaniac. Go blow out some quads. And then Vindicator says, don't go all Skynet on me now. Eli got Arnold Schwarzenegger number on speed dial. Matthew's like, oh, Cola, that was insane when he blew both his quads minutes apart. Oh, yeah.
Ayla's like, in fact. Sorry, Ayla. In fact. Did I wanted to read it that way, but I chose not to. I knew he meant to put a C there. Nadula says, I can't wait to see Austin Theory is going to interrupt John Cena's 20-year anniversary. So he can get a selfie?
Right.
Is it so he can get a selfie? I don't know if he could keep up with John Cena and talk. It might be sad.
No.
Matthew's like, Ayla, go jog. Ayla's like, oh no, not Skynet. Well, maybe, though, just maybe. It was like Luke said, in fact, I was just confirming. Pickle's like, Ayla, you call me fat again. I'm just big boned. Looks like all I know is the Impact pay-per-view last night was actually top notch.
I didn't know it was on, or I would have probably ended up watching it. I had no clue.
It was Father's Day, and his daughter was here, so kind of makes it so you don't really pay much attention to that stuff. Ayla's like, I'm just thick. Robbie's like, Brock needs to beat the crap out of Roman. And Piccolo's like, LOL. And Matthew's like, fat, yo. And Matthew also says, Robbie, yeah, he does.
I mean, of course, they can always put the title on Brock. It's very simple.
Mm-hmm.
But if anything makes more sense, it's
that match is the main event.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brock beats the shit out of him. Whoever wins, wins. It doesn't even matter. They can have neither of them win, and then somebody comes in, cashes in, they turn it into a triple threat, and then it's over. He
That'd be funny.
pins him 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Because the Money in the Bank match would have to be a pinfall match, where that is a last man standing match. So they'd have to change the rules at the end of it, and then he'd get pinned.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
So whoever did it, like Seth would be the obvious one right now.
Right. Yeah.
Because I can't think of anybody else that they would put the title on. Maybe Bobby, which would be great. It's hard for me to see that happening because they usually don't do it with baby faces. Seth isn't really a baby face,
True.
so it would work.
Yeah, that's true.
But they've already done that, by the way. That's happened before.
Yes.
Brock, Roman, WrestleMania, fought each other. Seth came in, cashed in, and pinned Roman and won.
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
Okay,
But
here's
yes.
a riddle.
Robbie says, big bone, fat, same thing, ha ha ha. It was like, yeah, big difference between fat with an F and fat with a PH. Just saying. Yeah, it is. Slang terms, totally different. Matthew says, happy belated Father's Day to the dads out there.
Holla.
Pico's like, yeah, you need a break from the sports entertainments,
Tendinitis.
sports entertainers, tinnitus, something. Phil's like, hey, Ms. D and Travis, hello, how's it going? Hopefully you guys had a good Father's Day. I don't know, Travis, did you have a good Father's
It was
Day?
great. I don't remember much of it, but
He was like, no, Robbie, some people just have very thick bones. Robbie's like, Matthew, another Brock and Roman match. How exciting, ha ha ha. Vindicator says, for the record, I will take my 30-minute Carmella, Britt Baker, and Charlotte Flair breaks when Cena appears on the telly. He's just not worth it anymore.
yeah, it really does wonder. It makes you wonder what they're going to do with him in theory.
Right.
But that match is happening.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And you have to wonder if that means that they'll
Main event? No.
No.
But they'll definitely be at the end.
No, not that.
Put the title on Cena?
No, not that either. Like, if they'll have, like, Cena win and put Theory in his place, that he's not as big as he thinks he is.
After a great match, yes.
Or if they'll have Theory win over Cena.
Right. It's a tough one because you can't put the title on Cena.
Right.
He's just not going to be around.
But would it be for the title?
Well, how can you have a pay-per-view match that's not a title match?
I don't know. They do some stuff like that sometimes. Maybe not always. Ravi says, "Oh, Ayla, are you thick?" No, but are you daft? Have you seen Ayla? Does she look thick? Like, she is like a skin and bones. She has like anorexia.
Do you see McKenna got all skinny?
A little.
What do you mean a little? Like you a little saw it or what?
I did see it, but she doesn't look quite as skinny as what you want to say she is. But yeah, she does.
She's tiny. She's wearing smalls now.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. I had to text Kim. I was like, what the hell? She's like, I don't know. I think she might have a tapeworm. Because she hasn't changed her food. So I was like, maybe it's diabetes or something. It's kind of terrifying.
That is kind of weird. She didn't go to the bathroom after she ate, did she?
No.
Okay.
But, yeah, she's getting very, very thin.
Well, sometimes they do start losing their baby weight a lot
She was
faster.
she put that shirt on, and she was trying to, like, show me, and she undid her belt, and her pants were, like, that much too big. Like, she has to, like, grab them and pull that belt, like, super tight, and then there's just pants, and she has to... I'm like, oh, my God. Then I'm like, well, you need pants. She's like, well, I don't want any that fit me because I want them to be baggy.
Yeah, which I understand.
She doesn't like her body or whatever.
I wonder
She's
why.
like, don't talk about my body.
Couldn't imagine why.
Yeah,
After
'cause-
having somebody she was raised by, the way she talks about her body, couldn't imagine why you'd have a complex. Pickle says, I would have liked to see Bobby Roode get a small summer push.
Really?
Yeah?
That's a name you don't hear very often.
No.
Maybe him and Dolph separate and
Yeah,
they
and
wrestle
then,
each other for a
like,
while.
Give him a chance. That's
Well, I
an
meant-
interesting way to, that's
I
an
meant
interesting name to
with
throw
a
out there.
feud, but that's the
That's
same
a-
thing that
yeah.
we saw with Corbin and what's his name?
Madcap?
Madcap, which was it was like a pointless feud.
True. Pointless feud for them.
Well, nobody was into their tag team anyways.
Right.
And then they broke it up and they made it like a feud for what 3 or 4 matches. It was like, no, thank you. Hopefully, it finally is done.
But Matthew is going to massage a parrot, sing off disturbed sickness called thickness for all the big booty full broads out there.
Holla.
Nice. Luna's like, LOL, they played Night on the Bear Mountain as Lesnar's dramatic entrance. Films like My Father's Day was okay. We had a cake shaped like a burger. It was pretty good.
Yum.
Like, the cake was shaped like a burger and the cake was good. Or you had a burger and the burger was good. Would you really want a cake that was shaped like other foods?
I don't know. They make money
I
off
know
that
they
shit.
do. I was just curious.
I've seen
just
some
a
that
question.
it was a bunch of fruit, like a bowl of fruit.
But it
and
was,
it was
a cake, huh?
Oh, I'd
Yeah.
be so furious.
So I'd be so mad. I'd be like, what the fuck? I don't want this shit. I don't want cake. I'm not that big of a cake person. I like cake sometimes, but I'm not a huge cake person. Matthew's like, Ravi, I just wasn't Brock to I just want Brock to destroy everyone. Fuck Roman Reigns. Oh, Matthew, do you love Roman Reigns that much? I don't think he will contribute to your feelings. Looks like imagine all the other more productive things you all in chat could. In chat, COD betting. Why are we betting fish? Besides watching and talking about something that bothers you so much. It looks like fat is chunky and fat is pretty hazardous and thick. Oh my god, I almost broke his back. It's spinal. Feels like, well, this is hard for me to say this, but I am no longer, and it's official from me, I am no longer a Mandy Rose fan. She broke my heart on what she did on Instagram, and I don't appreciate it.
I didn't see. Did she show some boobies?
Nadula says, I think Sammy might win the Money in the Bank ladder match because he could use that briefcase to gain Roman's trust. Vindicator says, that's an interesting one. Sammy, huh? Vindicator says, no point in Riddle winning Money in the Bank. He can't fight Roman anymore. Just a waste of space. Someone should be in the qualifier match. They're still doing nothing with Ciampa for some idiotic reason.
He'll probably join the Dark Order or whatever the hell they're called.
Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Pico's like, well, hazardous and thick is also toxic. I'm just being called out tonight. Oh, it's all right, Picola. Oh, it looks like film. You mean posting another of her hundreds of bikini photos?
Yeah, I'm
Like-
trying. I'm on there now because I'm like,
what did she do
what'd
wrong?
she do?
Robbie's like, LLD, I was being sarcastic, but were you? Were you being sarcastic? Film's like, go back on the way back machine on Instagram, and I'll tell you what I got upset about. Pico's like, I almost ate an entire chocolate silk pie last night. Oh my god, you guys! As Riddle's talking, Costco had chocolate cheesecake, and I bought one, and it's so good. I really want to eat all of it, but I can't. Like, I can't eat more than I had a big piece of it today, like this big, with strawberries, because it was a very yummy combination. Film's like, Luke, no, it's not about her bikini on Instagram. It was something else.
What?
Film, you're going to have to tell us, sweetheart, because we can't read. We don't know. We can't go.
I just went through it.
Just can't search every single thing on our Instagram and go,
Moss.
that must be it. Nope, that's not it. That must be it. And I was like, Cola, that sounds delicious. And it was like, to purge. I doubt she's doing that, but check for bloating checks, because that's a big sign of bulimia, anorexia. They usually have sunken cheeks.
Nah, she's fine.
Looks like, film, that's way too many posts of hers for me to go through. Tell us what she did. Exactly. Rob is like, do you enjoyed Madcap Corbin feud? Did I say that? I don't remember saying anything Matthew's like, LOL, what the fuck did I type? I mean, I'm gonna make a parody song of Disturbed Sickness. I have no idea, but it was hilarious. About as hilarious as Luke's cod begging. Cod betting. I don't know what he's doing with fish anymore, but I'm scared. Yeah, he's a giant
400 pounds.
of a giant with gold chains. Pickle says, well, they need a super team to fight off the Usos, but I don't know who else would join Ziggy and Rude. Ciampa? Throw him in there. Robbie's like, isn't that on that show Cake Boss?
Probably.
The fruit thing?
Where they make a bunch of stuff.
Maybe.
I just see it on Instagram.
It looks like, Matthew, LOL. Matthew's like, I haven't had a good cake in a long time. And like, could be doing whatever. It's cod betting. It's cod betting. Totally cod betting now. Robbie's like, you once said Roman was that guy. What guy? I didn't say anything like that. Pickle's like, I'm going to make a sandwich. Then I'll be back with trivia. Be right back. Yes, trivia. Sandwiches. Make that peanut butter and honey sandwich. Looks like me and my autocorrect are in the middle of an all-out war. I appreciate the cod betting. I enjoy the cod betting. It's hilarious. Bum's like, I'll give you a hint. It's a long stick and you smoke it. What is it? What type of smoking device am I talking about? Starts with a letter 8. Are you talking about a hookah? Was she smoking a hookah? Was she being the caterpillar from the Alice in Wonderland? That's fine. It was like, I would have even and entire chocolate anything last night or right now. Sounds like a great meal. Oh, you would have eaten an entire. Got it. Nadula says Ciampa versus Roman would be a great match.
Really? Huh. Why not?
Why not, right?
Why
anybody.
not?
He hasn't really gone through Ciampa. Throw him at him, too. Matthew says, LOL, Luke, my S8 is crap, but I'm cheap and don't want to buy a new phone. I miss buttons like BlackBerry. Looks like that's what you're upset about. I thought she participated in a Bukkake murder party or murdered someone film. Do not look up what a bukkake is. Do not do it! Anyways, James Howell's in the chat. Hey, James!
We know Luke's looking at with his Pornhub
He's
subscription.
like cod betting.
Cod betting with his bukkake, or whatever the hell it's called.
Bukkake.
Bukkake.
James Howell's in the chat there. Hey, James Howell, how's it going, my man?
What does that mom think it means? Like hello or something? So she's like, bukkake. It's on how, why him?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She's like, what's bukkake?
And everybody's like, it means, like, they lie. And then she just says it to everybody. And the girl's like, what the hell? Like, what's wrong with this picture? James Howell's like, Monday Night Raw, let's go, Minicator. Let's not, James. James Howell's like, I'm okay.
Good.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that you're okay, James Howell. I'm glad to hear that a lot. Robbie's like, Luke and the fish sounds wrong. Looks like, a Spike from Buffy bet kittens and card games, so I'm cod betting. No, that was bedding. I saw the betting part. It was like cod betting. So instead of money, you give cod. Sounds Alaskan. Film's like, she smoked a hookah on Instagram and I'm offended. So that's why I'm no longer a fan of Mandy Rose. And yes, her armpits are dead to me. Sweetheart, did you wake up and identify as offended today? You probably should go back to bed and wake up and not identify as offended.
Don't be offended.
Just stop being offended. It's fine. People make their choices. That doesn't mean she still doesn't have beautiful armpits. Ravi's like, LOL, LOL, and Luke's like, Phil, never mind, I have no words. It was like hookahs. Oh man, those were great back in the day. I'd participate now if I had one still. Forson Emmanuel's in the chat. Hey, Forson says,
Hey,
hello,
boss.
come back. Hello, come back.
The
Film
very
says,
next day.
Luke, don't start with me. You know how I feel about beautiful women smoking
Whoa.
something. It's unhealthy. It's totally 100% unattractive. She posted it on June 17th. Looks like we're only on the floor laughing, and Ernest Bell's like, hey, Ernest, how's it going,
Hey,
my man?
Ernest.
How was your weekend?
Good to see you in here.
Forson says, I miss you guys. Well, we missed you too. Where the hell were
Yeah,
you? Where have
stay
you
in
been?
here. We're
Why
literally
have
here
you been gone?
3 days a week.
Oh my
minimum.
God, seriously. It looks
This
like
week's
the
going to be,
cock's
our
laughing.
Wednesday is going to be our go-home show for Sunday.
Ernest wants to know what he missed. A
You know,
five-way girl match?
yeah, the women started it out, and they literally had this segment for a half hour.
Rhea's not going to be having a match with Bella at Money in the Bank.
Rhea's injured, and so they replaced her with a 5-way match, and then that happened tonight, and the winner of that was Carmella, so she is moving forward. But the ladies that were in that match were Becky, Asuka, Liv, Carmella, and Alexa.
Yes.
And
Liv got pinned.
and then later on tonight we have Becky and Alexa fighting, or not Alexa, sorry, Becky and Asuka fighting for a chance to be on the Survivor Series. No,
Money in the Bank?
Money in the Bank match. And then right now we have Riddle and Amos. Although Vince McMahon did show up, he did come out.
Yes, he did come out and say some stuff
about
that John
John
Cena is going to be back on next Monday Night Raw. So if you are a big fan of John Cena, he will be back on Monday next week. Beast Slayer's in the chat. Hey, Beast Slayer wants to know
Slayer.
what match is going on right now.
Right now it's Riddle and Amos is just manhandling him. And look who's watching in the back.
Seth in his
Seth.
pink leopard suit.
So it looks like Riddle's next for Seth.
Oh, he's like, oh.
I know a lot of people did ask that question, so it looks like that's what it's going to be. I doubt it's going to be Amos, so.
Oh, yeah, definitely not him. Forson, it says, every day you are laughing. We have to.
Every
It's
day
life.
I'm
Life is funny.
hustling.
Robbie's like, film, LOL. Luke's like, I'm just saying, film. If you just... I understand your viewpoint. But to me, there are worse things she could be doing. Super cocky comment. Don't tell him to look that up. Vindicator says Luke is
God,
cod
he'll have a
betting
new
behind
fetish,
Jade's back with his
and we don't want
Alaskan
that
coat
fetish in the chat.
That's right. Ugh. Pickle's like, good. Thumbs up to here. James. Robbie's like, come on, film. Stop it, man. You're making me laugh too much. A Beast Slayer says, what match is happening right now?
Same. Amos, Riddle. And Amos just picks him. Oh, Riddle kicked him in the face. He was going for that choke slam.
I think he doesn't know where his face is at right now. He's like, why'd you slap me in the face with your stinky foot? Sorry. Luke says, Vin, how do you know it's behind her back? LOL. Vindicator's like, I'm offended by the offensiveness of those who identify as being offended. It was like cod bedding. You sleep with the fishes. Literally a bed made of cod. Are they at least dead? I don't know what would be better. Alive cod or dead ones. I can tell you they stink either way. I was like, Tia's right. Don't search up a cod.
Oh, shit. Riddle hit him with his ass.
I'm serious about that. Really, don't do it. It's
Don't.
do
ever.
not. Do not. It was like, OMG, film, get over yourself. It's a hookah, not crack. Although, I'm pretty sure people have tried that.
Oh, shit. Riddle down on his back. That's it. 1, 2, and 3. Amos.
I think Riddle is dead.
In 3 minutes and 57 or 50
Riddle
seconds,
is
just
dead.
decimates Riddle.
Oh, he's moving around. He's all right. He's fine. He's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Looks like, well, film, since Jade and I vape, my sympathy is with Manti. Vindicator says that's fine, Luke, if Jade is the one setting up their arrangements. Film's like, when I saw that post, I was going to hurt myself. Not even a joke. I take this stuff very seriously. It's not a joke.
Yeah, don't
Okay,
do
honey, other people's decisions should not dictate
you in
how
any
you
way.
feel or do things to yourself. At all. Like, at all. Like, never.
Nothing outside of you has any effect on you. Except for the weather. No, just kidding.
Which it can, because if it's raining, you will probably get rained on. It happens.
But it doesn't get you wet on the inside. Your soul's still dry.
Yes. Because says, if that's a deal breaker film, maybe I should step up my standards. Because like, I'm just out here being fucking desperate, bitches. Film's like, So who's laughing now? Dude, I'm still laughing about it. I seriously, I do not care what people making choices in their life. If she wants to do that as a choice, that's fine. That doesn't make her unpretty. She's still a pretty girl. She probably still has beautiful armpits. I don't know why you
Here
would
comes Seth.
not want to like her armpits for something like that. It's like, now it depends. Is she smoking the hookah with her armpit? Because if that's the case, then you know we do have a problem, because that's a little weird. Robbie's like, go on, Ayla, you tell them. And it's like, if he sees my message, little brat has me blocked. Robbie's like, oh, did he block you, Ayla? And Ayla's like, he blocked me almost a year ago. Vinegar's like, yeah, Vince said stuff out of his butthole, just like the manner in which he concocted this show and most of the pay-per-view this year. Miss Vindicator, you seem better, sweetie. Did you wake up on the same side of the bed as Film? Did you wake up offended and identify as offended today? It was like, so Film wanted to cause self-harm because someone smoked hookah. Well, that's pathetic. It's okay. Forson's message retracted, but says, yeah, and then gives us the old under the microscope look there. Nadula says, let's go, Amos is now qualified.
Was that a qualifying match?
I guess it was. For Money in the Bank ladder match. Oh, God. There's Seth. He's going after Riddle. There it is. There's this human he's going after. Foursome says, you guys are doing great work.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much. Vindicator says, wow, Omaha beat Riddle in Nebraska, no less. The irony. Yeah, been there. Done that. Who cares? Omaha still has no fans. Matthew says, when people fart in the elevator, that affects everyone. For a small amount of time in life. Rob is like, Film, stop it, man. LOL. Matthew's like, some chicks who smoke cigarettes make smoking sexy.
If she smokes, she pokes. That's what I always learned. Never met a virgin that smoked.
Rafi says Vince farted and the crowd lapped it up. LOL. Matthew's like, we all have our moments. It's cool, Film. Matthew's like, oh, Rafi, old man farts too. And Film's like crying.
Hey, why don't we have a countdown timer to that third hour? I'm offended.
I woke up and decided to identify as offended today. Who is it? Who has the number?
The King Killer here.
Who's the number?
The King Slayer.
Who does
The Beast Slayer.
number 2 work for?
I feel like they lowered those briefcases. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Coming next Monday.
Oh, yeah? That guy is?
I'm gonna find him. He is a visionary. Seth's going crazy. So Riddle just died. He just got beat in 3 minutes and 50 seconds. There he is, Riddle, from behind. Seth kicked him in the guts, though. Oh, curb stomp.
Oh, bummer.
Riddle just got thrown to the wolves. He got squashed in a squash match. And then
now Seth
curb
is
stomp.
beating him up for whatever reason he feels like.
He's so weird.
His whole character is very strange.
I like his Miami Vice shoes.
His white loafers. All right. Philip's like, well, I'm just making a point. That's just my opinion. I don't like women smoking. If you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to make fun of me for it. Nobody's making fun of you for not liking it. It's just an odd thing to make it that all of a sudden you don't like the person because of choices that they're making in their life. It's not affecting you. That doesn't mean she's still not pretty. That doesn't mean that her armpits still aren't pretty if you're obsessed with them. You're still going to be obsessed with them no matter what she chooses to do. Nadula says, so far in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, there is no any heel. I mean, Lacey, Bliss, Liv, and Raquel are face turns. I guess. I don't know if Lacey's really a face, really. I'm not sure exactly what she is
She's in a
right
weird
now.
spot right now.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Here it
It's
comes.
Soul Theory.
Theory.
Minnie Carter says, Travis, what the freak is Seth wearing? It offends my vision. There's a pink
It is very
leopard,
offensive.
suit. Oh, Forson says, I'm going to watch Money in the Bank again.
Good. We will be here. You should watch it with us.
Walter's like, good Raw tonight. Riddle lost. He sure did, Walter. Not a very nice way to lose, but he did.
Yeah.
Phil's like, that's all I wanted to get off my chest. So, yeah, I'm done liking Mandy Rose. It was like, okay, Phil, it's fine
Put a
that
fork
your
in her.
opinion is what it is, but you want to harm yourself because someone does what they want. Matthew's like, I would say from my experiences, the ladies who have been blessed with my awesomeness and smoked were overall better with the top piece than non-smokers.
Facts.
Robbie's like, how does a man wrestle in those shoes? I don't think he really wrestles. I think he just goes out and attacks people.
He just kicks people's ass with his Miami Vice shoes.
Matthew says, I think it is because of the oral fixation. I don't know. I'm not a golfer.
Right?
Walter says, okay, at 9:25 p.m. my time, I'm going by here 8 p.m. Wednesday, AEW, Rip Tim White.
They just got to have something in their mouth. So when they're quitting, it's even better. They're like, oh, that you're quitting?
You guys are terrible.
Hey, can I buy you a drink?
Yes, they did have some in memorandums of Tim White earlier. I don't know who he was.
He was a referee for years.
Okay.
Probably the last, I don't know, 15 years, maybe, even longer.
Right?
I'm pretty sure I've seen a video of him and Andre the Giant together, though. And Andre died in the early 90s, but I don't know if he was reffing then.
Yeah, it didn't say like his wrestling career, it just said how long he lived or whatever, so. It was like ridiculous and very childish. You cannot control other people and their actions, even if your opinions states otherwise. To grow up, you don't hurt yourself because other people do what they want to do.
Yeah, that could get bad, especially if somebody like ran a red light or something, and then you just stabbed yourself.
Because they did it. Like, I hate these people that run red lights.
You'd be causing all sorts of traffic accidents.
Mm-hmm. Walter's like, hey, Ayla. And Walter's like, boo, Theory. And Matthew's like, Lacey is just annoying. And Ayla's like, I'm making fun of it. Just saying. It's dumb. She'll never know you, I'm sure. Ayla's like, hi, Walter. And Robbie's like, Theory is good.
Theory is good.
Matthew says, I won't be here Friday or Sunday because of my New York City adventure.
Yummy.
Well, you just be careful. You know, you've been away from the big city for a while, so you just be careful out there, buddy. Put your survival skills on. Robbie says, next week Dee will be cosplaying as Cena LOL on the stream. Ew, gross. Why would I do that when it's you? Oh, you know what? I think I will. You know, I am going to cosplay as him. I'm not going to be here. And I can cosplay as Cena at the same time.
You sit over there. Just read. Well, you can hear her, you just can't see her.
Right? Walter's like, okay, Ayla, you're funny. Ayla's like, this Friday and Saturday? Nothing's happening for you, Ayla. Nothing. You're fine. You have other stuff. This next Friday and Saturday is Ozzy's birthday, and that's on Sunday. On Saturday, it's something that's my stuff. And then on Sunday, we also have a pay-per-view that we're going to have to be doing.
Backdoor.
Yeah, it's different. Rob was like, Ayla, every day. And Pickle's like, okay, here it goes. I'll give you 3 clues and guess the wrestler by their accolades. Oh, God, I can't do this.
Oh,
You're going to have to
fuck.
do it.
No,
Matthew's like, film,
I'm terrible at this stuff, too.
red balloon plus Ayla, shot equals kaboom. Oh, my goodness. Rob is like, I'm free to do what I want at any old time. Exactly. People is like, Matthew, don't be careful. I'll get you some strange. Ew. You better be careful. You might get the monkey pox. It's probably running rampant in New York City. Oh, Philip's like, one more thing, of course, Ayla. Of course there's nothing I could do about it. The only thing I can do is hate her for... Why would you waste the effort? Why? Why? That's my question to you. Why? Why?
Fill your heart with love and forget about it.
Why would you? I thought you believed in Jesus. What does Jesus do? Jesus loves everyone and forgives. You keep that in mind, film, while you're saying that you hate somebody. Keep it in mind, my friend. Keep it in mind. It was like, yep, I'm a dream ruiner. Pico's like, you ready? Travis is totally ready.
I'm not.
Film's like, let's go, Austin Theory. Robbie's message retracted. And Matthew says, I'm hoping my friend's flight doesn't get canceled. Airlines are all jacked up right now. Ugh.
Yeah, and raising prices for fuel.
Okay. Here's your first clue. They were the first Grand Slam champion.
I didn't even hear about this until this year. First Grand Slam champion.
That's the first clue. Robbie says, oh, yeah, you can't see me. I can't, Robbie, because you're in fucking England, dude.
Bam, bam, bam.
You probably don't even exist. You're probably
So
just some
Theory brought the
robot.
podium out with him.
He brought a podium out with him?
Yeah, after baby wheel in the face. That's how they closed Raw down last week.
Right, yeah, they did.
Okay, so first Grand Slam champion. I'm not gonna know that. Maybe Shawn Michaels. I have no idea. He just seems like a guy that would have all those.
Right. Matthew's like, hello, cool, I like your style. Film's like, no, Matthew, me and Ayla are not a thing because I know you're kidding. Sure. It was like, also Sunday, Saturday, I'm chilling, just curious. That other stuff is next week. Yeah, the other stuff, like the pay-per-view stuff,
11 days.
is the next week. So 2 weeks, yeah. Matthew's like, I'm not a flag. You're not a flag. Vinegar's like, AEW Forbidden Door is the event, Travis. Backdoor makes it sound like a mafia meeting at a strip club where they bet on the best sausage wallet. That's exactly what it is, Vindicator, and I'm going to be calling it a backdoor the whole time.
Well, forbidden means it's like the back door. It's kind of a forbidden door.
It's about as uncomfortable as the backseat of a Volkswagen. Robbie says, send Mandy a DM on Twitter, film. LOL. It was like, cool, hate a random stranger because you're unbelievably immature. Do you not hear yourself? You sound like an entitled brat. Looks like there's...
Who's bullying? Who said that?
That was Ayla said that.
Quit bullying. It's offensive.
Looks like there is nothing I can do but shove a truckload of hate at someone who doesn't share the same beliefs as you. I mean, I get emotional at times, but not like that. Forson says, I want you to wish my friend a happy birthday, for he is watching you now. Happy birthday, friend of Forson. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hi. I don't know your name, so hey, shout out to Forson's friend.
Better not be
Matthew's like
Nick.
bratwurst. Film's like, Misty, of course you're right about that. I can't deny that. That's right, sir. You sit down, son, and you think about that. You forgive people for the choices they make. It may not be the choices that you make and that you like in your life, but that doesn't mean that you dictate what other people make choices in their life for. Matthew says, happy birthday, lad. Pickle is like, okay, here's your second one. They're a 15-time Slammy Award winner. Travis is like, these are not good clues.
Did I not get it right with Shawn Michaels? 15 times.
Oh, Pico says, phew, Travis got it. Okay.
Oh.
So he did get it. They said it right after that, and I hadn't read it yet.
Oh.
So right after his second clue. Robin says, Ayla, you're bad. LOL. It's like, no religious people judge and hate more than normal free-thinking people. Example, film hating someone for no reason other than Jesus. Pico's like, last clue was PWI match of the decade 2010s versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Look behind him. Look behind him.
26. I want him to make fart noises so bad. Right? While he's doing it. I know I'm good, but quiet down. He's just
Bobby's
standing
right
there.
behind him.
He he should have, like, stuck him in the butt with his thumb. While he was doing his move. Boop.
Look, he's going to see him in the selfie.
He's like, wait a minute. Oh, man. You
Uh-oh.
got oiled in the
Spear.
face. I like how he was so calm and collected that he undid his mic.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Watch her thing. It's pretty funny, actually.
He's going to win the title.
He's got to, right?
And then that way Cena doesn't win it. It's the Goldberg thing.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yep, yeah. That's where it's going to go.
So
now,
Bobby,
is he going to actually keep it for a while, though, or is he just going to be a placeholder?
I would assume he'll keep it. There's no reason for them not to put a title on Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
He should be a world champion, to be honest.
Matthew says, Phil LOL wasn't saying that you and the champ were together. Her and Sophie have a thing. He was like, I'm kidding. Nah, I'm not kidding at all. I'll let you know when I'm joking. Rob was like, Ayla and Dee can't take film seriously. Pickle's like, happy birthday, bro. And Vindicator's like, 20-minute break. Robbie's like, Dee with the finger out. She means business now. That's right. Matthew says, the rock slammy. He was like, I'm not bullying. Seriously.
Oh, wait, never mind. I'm
telling him he's stupid because he is. It's Phil who hates people. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Phil's like, maybe I just wanted to blow some steam because I was sad and frustrated. I totally understand that, friend. I really do. But
so this was 2 weeks ago, and I'm pretty sure she got hurt in that match. There was a mixed tag team match or something.
Yes, that. Like after this. The mixed tag match they had the next week or whatever with they were going to have with Edge. But then Edge was out of the group, and so it was just the other three. No. Because the mixed tag had Finn and AJ and Liv.
Yeah, this was 2 weeks ago. So it was last week.
So it had to have been when she had her match with whoever. Because she had a match with somebody. Was it that day? It was that day. It was that same night. She had a match with Liv that night or somebody. Who'd she have a match with?
I cannot remember. Was it Asuka?
Maybe. I don't remember who it was.
And then she beat Asuka? She beat somebody.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like, how can I take that seriously? Matthew's like, Ayla is the champ. The champ does what the champ wants. Phil's like,
Usos.
Yeah, that Austin Theory is called a photo bomb. Yes, that is called a photo bomb. Because, like, it's a safe space for everyone, even Sophie. Yes. Rob is like, haha, even his mic fell off as he took it off himself. It was like, I just got overwhelmed and blew up. I'm done. No, I'm not sorry. You're fine. It's fine. Forsten says her name is Edwin Bismarck. Does that sound bad? Should I not say that name?
Edwin
Bismarck. No, that sounds fine. Edwin. All right. Happy birthday, Edwin. Happy birthday out there, my friend. Looks like Doudrop won the 24/7 title on Main Event. What the fuck?
Whatever. Cool. Whatever.
Who
Whatever.
had it before? Who just had it? Who had it? Dana didn't have it again, did she?
Dana win it back?
I don't know what happened. I don't know, Luke. I'm confused. Matthew's eggplanting, and it was like, I don't actually mind Sophie. She's entertaining. Chief Detective Martha in the chat says, that's original. Luna's like, haha, he got photobombed. Gothlosia is like, I couldn't agree more, sis. Matthew says, Sophie is awesome because she tests Luke to the limit. Film's like, thank you for hearing me out, Miss D. That really makes me feel better. Thank you. The least repeat of voice of reason. Yeah.
So the Usos are out there. So it looks like Jey Uso's going up against Angelo Dawkins.
Ooh, Angelo Dawkins. Matthew's like, don't ban me, bro. Rob's like, why did they kick your mate out of the group, D?
Oh, jeez.
What are you talking about?
Because he's so old.
Who?
Edge.
The geriatric guy?
Yeah, Edge got booted.
Hey, mommy, he's all yours, buddy. You're the one that loves him. You guys talk about him so much. It was like, I forget he even exists, and then you guys have to, like, bring it up. I'm like, oh, what guy? That guy. And I was like, you're welcome. I'm glad I can make someone laugh. And he's like emojis of monkeys and
This Friday,
cocks
Austin,
and
Texas.
stuff. High noon, it's vodka and soda. I feel like that's probably not something you could sell at like a grocery store or something, right?
What is it?
If it's vodka and soda, wouldn't you have to sell that at a liquor store because of the vodka?
Depends on the volume.
The percentage of alcohol.
As long as
in
it's
it?
under like 6 or something, I think you're fine.
Hmm.
It depends on your state too.
True. I think it's here. It's 6, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Matthew says, how is Uso not in jail? That's his 3rd DUI.
Oh yeah, I forgot he just got arrested too.
He just got arrested again?
Didn't he? Didn't that just happen?
I thought that happened quite a while ago.
Maybe it was a while back. I can't remember.
I thought it happened. Oh, I know when it happened. It happened when What's-Her-Face gave up and left. It happened around that time, didn't it?
I can't remember.
Maybe it was
I feel like
before.
I'm like unremembering
I feel like I'm
things.
in Twilight Zone right now. I don't know why.
It's Mandela effect.
It was like Sophie just does what she wants. Zero fucks given like a honey badger. Do not. Ayla, I have to disagree with you there. Do not blasphemy honey badgers like that. No, I just don't like it.
They do what they want.
I don't like it. Nope. I feel that is not a very good comparison, and it's an insult to honey badgers everywhere. Matthew's like, honey badgers are crazy, awesome, and smart. See what I mean? See? Peacock's like, okay, number 2. Here's your number 2 one. Ready? This is the second wrestler you got to guess. Ready for your first fact or whatever? Worst worked match of the year in 2006. Reverse Battle Royal on TNA Impact.
Dude, I don't even know what a reverse battle royal is. I think they had one at this Impact that they just did, but I don't know what it means. I'd have to Google what a reverse battle royal is. I have no idea anything about that. And was that a person? Or is that 2 people, obviously, because it's a match? Or
I don't know.
Well, you read it.
Worst worked match of the year in 2006. And then in parentheses, a reverse battle royal on TNA Impact.
I'm trying to remember who they had at that time on their roster that I would have known. 2006. Was it Hogan and Kevin Nash? Or Sting and Hogan maybe or something? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know enough about Impact.
Okay, well, he'll give another whatever. What are those called? Hint. Give another hint. Jones, New York Police, Captain Katz in the chat says, that's sneaky SOB. Oh no, he got you in the eyes with his goo. That sounds gross. It looks like Sophie is a honey badger. That
Somebody was behind him.
Got hit by a car and just runs with half of what she once had. Robbie's like, is Rhea the leader of the group? I have no idea. I thought it was what's his face.
Finn Balor will be the leader. They're all equals, remember?
Yeah, nobody's the leader. They don't have a leader. They have no idea what their direction is.
Boom. That'll be sick. Who were the 3 opponents at a pay-per-view?
Ew,
There it is.
There it is. It's happening. All right.
Money in the Bank.
Robbie's like, Israel. And Ayla says, God, not kids.
Look at that. They are main eventing with, or not main eventing, but they're
People is laughing.
top matching Money in the Bank with the mid-card titles because of Theory and Lashley. But
Right. That's weird.
they're bringing
Sounds
relevancy
like,
back
so
to
that I miss Bliss Wrestling. Just wanted to ask.
Yes.
Yeah, honey. She wrestled the very first match of the night, babe.
Yep, it was
Her,
over.
Liv, Carmella,
Asuka,
Asuka, Becky.
That's it.
They were all out there, and Belair was out there as well. She came out and talked first. Then
It was a
introduced there was
5-way.
going to be a 5-way match. Whoever won it would go up against her at Money in the Bank for a chance at the Raw Women's title. And Carmella won that.
Yeah, she pinned Liv.
So, yeah, but Bliss was in it, so you kind of missed her. Sorry. Matthew says, I thought you were saying Sophie kidnaps children. I was like, she might, but I'm not judging. And are you Cody's back in the chat? Hey, Cody says, hey,
Cody.
Do you think Damien Sandow will be
I
the
know.
Elias, or how will they pull this off?
Wouldn't that be fantastic? I'm hoping that they can pull it off with the beard or whatever somehow and just have them in different places.
Right? Pico's like, too much wrestling gossip this year. There's a lot of it, right? Too much shit just happening.
Damien Sandow would be fantastic, though.
Right? Because he was Mizdow or whatever the fuck. That was pretty funny.
Well, he got huge. He got swole. He lifted after he left, and he got huge. So he kind of looks like Elias.
Right? But didn't he play like Mrs. stunt double or
Uh-huh.
his double or some shit?
Yeah, there was times when he'd get in there and do suplexes to himself and shit. It was fantastic.
Oh, that's
Damien Mizdow.
That's it. Rob is like, did Uso bribe the police with tickets for WWE, but the police was no, please just pay the fine. LOL. I don't know. It was like, no, Misty, she's a honey badger that got hit by a car or kicked in the head by a horse, Just kind of going with the flow since the accident. I feel like that's a black mark against honey badgers that are way cool, and I don't want you to make them uncool. Pickle's like, just one wrestler. It's a random accomplishment. Matthew says, wrestling is going to be taking a huge hit here soon due to the economy. It's like, why? Man, panties too expensive now. That's to Matthew about how they're going to be taking a huge hit.
Everything's gonna end up taking a big hit. Things are gonna get a little crazy. But we do have some elections coming up, and that should change the course of things, I would assume, for a little while.
Maybe some people will take responsibility for the stupid things they're causing in the world.
But it's gonna take a few years to get out of this whole...
Or in our world, anyways.
For the overreaction to 2020.
Yeah. I think his ass can cash a lot of checks.
Montez is getting swole, if you haven't noticed. He knows he's not going to be able to compete as a skinny little dude. So look how big he's getting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his arms are as big as Dawkins.
Mm-hmm. So here's your second
Clue.
Thank you. 2-time Slammy Award winner in 2008. Had the best musical performance. And 2015 LOL moment of the year.
2015?
Mm-hmm. So in 2008, their Slammy Award was the best musical performance. And then in 2015, they had the best LOL moment of the year.
But this is still the person that was in
Yes. That
Impact in 2006?
Yes.
Who the hell was in Impact then came over? And was into music.
John Cena. AJ Styles.
Jeff Jarrett?
There's his guess. Matthew says, I fell out of the grocery cart when I was 3 and landed on my head. I was told I laughed it off. Ultimately, I gave myself brain damage. Brr. Pickle's like, man, panties are bedazzled at times. So expensive. Matthew's like, manties. LOL. It was like, dang, I can make some bejeweled manties for like $10. Matthew's like, manties. Mantis. What a freeless that's all. Manties. So instead of it being Mandy, it's Manties. But Ayla's calling him Mantis.
You know what we should do? We could even do it with Ayla, or if she wanted to come over and do it. We should write it up and do an actual skit.
Oh God.
on selling them as wrestling gear.
Oh God, Manties. All right, Ayla, you ready to do some crafting? Let's get some manties.
Are you tired of your wrestling gear?
Robbie's
Try
like,
the new manties.
$10 a lot. What a
Bedazzled manties.
manties. Pickle's like, damn it, Matthew, I'll spit my drink. It was like, whatever. Matthew's like, that's the brand. And Matthew's like, oh, cool, wrestling cap is getting weird. He was like shaking my head. And Cody says, I'm thinking since the Money in the Bank poster is featuring Becky and Seth, I have a feeling they're going to win the Money in the Bank. That's just my theory. Becky has to get into the Money in the Bank, which she could tonight, if she beats Asuka. So she can get in it, but she has to beat Asuka tonight. That's the deal. Walter's like, okay, bye, guys. See you Wednesday for AEW. Drink cold drink. Stay in AC. Yes,
It's
Walter.
cold here, but yes,
if you guys
Walter.
are in some hot weather, make sure that you keep yourselves well hydrated, okay?
Right, take care of your cows.
And take care of your cows. Pickle's like, take care of Walter. Matthew's like, peace, Walter. And Ayla's like, night, Walter. Robbie says,
keep your pets inside.
yes. It's all Ayla's fault, Matthew. Why the gab is weird. Matthew's like shaking my head equals Stephanie McMahon Helmsley. And Ayla says, I mean, I could leave, but y'all would get really bored. Robbie's like, what the heck is an LOL moment? A laugh out loud moment?
Yeah.
Matthew says,
like
Robbie,
a fall or something.
yeah, something weird happened.
Like Titus when he fell and slid under the ring. That's got to be the LOL moment
That's
of
totally
that
a Slammy Award
of
LOL
that
moment.
year.
Let's see. Matthew says, Robbie, she is with and bruise in the gap. A witch. Oh, she is a witch and bruise in the gap. Because like, no, not Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, I figured it wasn't. But
Here's your last clue.
oh, fuck
53-time 24/7 champion.
Okay, that made it easy.
Well, that made it way easy.
R-Truth.
R-Truth.
I didn't know he
I
did
could even guess
music.
that
I
one
guess
at
he
that
does,
point.
huh? He raps his own
He does
entrance
sing his
music.
own shit, huh? And he might have had a very
Oh, he
LOL
always-
moment.
right.
Because wasn't he with Carmella during that time
Not
in 15?
No, they didn't even have the 24/7
He still was.
title
He was
yet.
doing stuff with his little Jimmy.
Probably Little Jimmy.
Matthew's like, double J, Jeff Jarrett. Ayla's like, buy some undies for me to decorate. Robbie's like, ah, Ayla, for real is a witch. Piccolo said that. Matthew says, with our patent pending bedazzling process, we can uniquely enhance one's physique. It's like, it went from 90 to 60. I'm sure it'll be 100 soon, then it'll snow. Medicare says it's cold in Idaho at the end of June, almost. LOL.
It is this
Yeah,
week.
dude, it was like 60-something degrees. The wind's been blowing. It was like kind of chilly today because the only reason why it was so chilly is because we had like mid-80s to low 90-degree weather for 2 days. So it went from like 60 to 70 to like 80s and 90s for a couple days. And then all of a sudden it was like 60-something degrees. So you can feel the difference.
Right.
It's like, whoa, it's a little chill.
Dawkins hits him with a back elbow. Jay
bit
Uso's
chill.
in a little bit of trouble. Now, Jay's got to win this.
Right.
Jay's just the better wrestler.
Right. Unfortunately.
I mean, he was main eventing during the pandemic.
Angelo Dawkins can say what he wants, but yeah.
Dawkins is the one that's expendable in that group. Like, he's going to be the one that's unemployed.
He's going to be the Tucker.
And, yeah, and
And
Ford's going to be out.
Nadula says, in my opinion, I think Lacey is going to beat Miss Money in the Bank.
That would be awesome. I'm okay with her winning it. She was going to get a title run anyways against Charlotte before she got pregnant. So why not?
Yeah. And Are You Cody says, do you think Theory will lose the belt to Bobby if there is a match at Money in the Bank?
Yes, I do. And the reason for it is because I have a feeling he's going to be wrestling John Cena at SummerSlam. And
Who is
we
coming
don't,
back on Monday.
and we don't want that title on the line for that because John can't win that way. And I think John's going to beat him. But it would be very complex if you're trying to beat him but not give John the title at SummerSlam. Just my guess.
There you go.
We got to see it last year at the Saudi Arabia show when they took the title off Bobby so he could go and wrestle. Remember, they took it off and put it on Big E so he could go wrestle Goldberg in Saudi Arabia and lose to Goldberg and not lose the title.
Right.
So
Exactly.
we have seen this before. And to me, it's the same exact thing.
Yeah, it's the same exact type of storyline that's going to be happening there. But the question is, at the end of that, is Bobby just going to be a title holder for a minute, or is he going to actually be a champion?
Right. All I care about at that point is that Bobby wrestles at SummerSlam with the title.
Yeah.
Whoever it is, Alexander Amos, if they want to go back to that storyline, or somebody new. Because I'm okay with either of those two.
Right.
Because those are kind of stories that are being built.
Yeah, that's true.
MVP
yeah.
even.
Mm-hmm. It was like, how am I a witch? And Matthew's like, you don't have a dick. Or do you? It was like, it's pretty big.
1, 2, and 3. Dawkins beats him
wow,
clean.
he beat him? What?
I did not record
Didn't
that.
see that one coming. That's crazy. Nadula says, I never forget about Maurice defends the Miz's size. Right?
Oh my gosh.
Pico's like, I'd give my left nut for 60 degrees.
He's got average balls. Big balls. Huge balls. He's got the biggest balls.
Right?
Poor girl.
Right. No, I understand Picola. I'm not complaining about the 60 degree by any means. Do not think that I was complaining about it.
I will complain about the win though.
The wind is terrible. I wish Chicago would come and take it back. I'm really kind of tired of it.
What's going to end up happening is it's windy. Then it's going to get hot. Yeah.
Maybe we just won't see his face. Just kidding.
Come in, he said. Ezekiel. It's Elias. A little bit. They're together in the same room.
What? What is this sorcery? Sorcery. Matthew says it's in the mid to low 60s here tonight. Last week it was in the 90s. It was like, Vin, yes, it's 60 degrees at a high elevation. It's pretty cold. Because it's like 115 degree heat advisory all week. I'm sorry, guys. Hopefully you guys get some relief from that. That's terrible. I was like, oh, Matthew Ayla is not from Thailand, or is she? Oh, gosh, she is not from Bangkok.
Give us a song, Elias.
Ew, is he really performing? Just kidding.
Kevin Owens' head's probably fallen off. Just fell off in the back. You know, he's a Canadian, so it flops around.
That's
it probably
true.
just
His
fell
floppy
right off the
head
back.
just fell off.
Oh my gosh. With a Zeke.
All right.
Speak with
well,
a Zeke.
there.
WWE stands for Walk with Elias.
Yes. Luke says, meanwhile, Casey is on the 8th straight day of temps at 95 or higher with heat indexes over 105. My family is not happy. Yeah.
That'll happen here.
It was like, I come in, you come on the floor. Haha, sorry, had to, you. I come in you come on the floor. That's yucky, Ayla. Rob is like, for fuck's sake, Ayla.
Boom, they just fist bumped. I swear one of his guitar strings is broken, but maybe it's just sticking out.
They're just on the end of it, sticking out. He just doesn't have them clipped.
It must be like a thing.
Yeah. Like, see how he has them clipped there?
Yeah. Up next, Elias concert
It's up next, everybody.
in Delaware or wherever they're at.
They're in Nebraska.
Nebraska, Cornhusker country.
Inner Cody says, I like how Judgment Day is just nothing but a bunch of goth people in the group. If that's the case, I think Liv should join since she is goth.
Yeah,
well,
just
kinda.
throw them all in there.
I think they should just put everybody
Like
in black and make them
Retribution.
all wear like black lipstick and paint their nails black and make them wear all goth out stuff. Like
You know what
every
they
single
need to do
wrestler.
is do the goth group and then do like a vampire group. and then have,
And
them,
then have them
fight
fight?
each other. But people would like which one's which, but they don't really know. I've seen it on South Park. I get
saw
my
it.
wrestling ideas from South Park.
South Park. Vindicator's like, it's a sign, Luke, that Ireland is calling you. Gotta move the family back home. You can still watch and cheer for Liv Morgan over there. She's still my baby girl, though. And Vindicator, Luke is in Ireland, but he has family that still lives in KC. Jacob says, I am tired. I just got home from feeding cows. That sounds like very tiring and very rewarding work, though. That's cool.
I like always doing that because it makes you feel good. So do you have like a lot of them? Do you have a trailer and a tractor, and then you just throw hay bales off the back? That's how
Or
we
do you
use.
just have a small amount of cows?
Or do you just have a few and you have to actually shovel it into like feedery things? We always had so many that we'd get on the tractor and the trailer would be filled, which you'd have to fill it first. And then you'd be somebody would be steering and driving, and the other person would be in the back throwing them off. And if you did it by yourself, you had to drive so far, throw a bale, break it up a little bit, drive a little bit further, throw a bale, break it up a little bit. So it took a little bit longer when you were by yourself.
Right. Vindicator's like, obvious camera tricks, and Elias is wearing a fake beard. No, I'm pretty sure that was his real beard.
Why would Elias need to wear a fake beard?
Matthew's like, no, but she bangs cock. Like a blacksmith bangs iron. She has a penis foundry where she crafts human horn for other witches. That's just too much, Matthew. That's just taking it too far, my friend.
Sounds weird.
About witches and stuff. Pickle is like, hey, Jacob, and Azela says, Matthew, my God, if anyone bangs cock, it's you.
I didn't see that on Harry Potter.
I didn't either.
So it's not real.
This can't be. Matthew's like, that Bobbit chick was working for Ayla. She failed her initiation. Oh, Lord. Jacob's
Lorena,
message
or whatever her name
retracted.
is,
Message
Lorena.
retracted. Phil's like, I'm having mixed feelings about this. That ain't the real Elias. But it was the real Elias.
I feel like it wasn't the real Zeke.
Yeah, that's it. There's a fake one. It's not the same guy.
They CGI'd his beard gone.
Yes, they did. Pickle's like, okay, I'll give you a choice. Travis, pick a number 1 through 20.
17.
Matthew says, I gotta pay the bills somehow. Vindicator says, speak with Zeke. Dang, this company is so cheesy and cartoony. Vince McMahon, creative genius at its finest, LOL. You know, Vindicator, that sometimes the wrestlers come up with this shit themselves, right? And they pitch it to him and they're like, you know what, that sounds like a fun idea. Let's try it. So sometimes it's not creative that comes up with these garbage ideas that you guys want to say is all the creative team's fault. Sometimes it's the wrestlers themselves that come up with this shit. And some of it's really fucking corny, and some of it's really fucking stupid.
You know, it started out stupid when the New Day did it, because they did come up with their own.
Mm-hmm.
Xavier Woods kind of came up with it first, and then they all jumped on board. And it turned out fine. I still like the New Day. I just wish Big E was in their group.
Mm-hmm. How can it be a hard seltzer if it's made with vodka? I feel like that is just a mixed fucking drink.
I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's witchcraft.
Those hard seltzers are basically like beer with soda. It's disgusting.
Elias. There he is. He's got a bunch of guitars. He always gets interrupted. It's been a minute. We got to see Elias back, though.
I think he dyed his beard.
Could have.
I feel like it's a little bit different color. It's weird looking. I don't like it. Matthew says Supernatural WWE begins. Pickles like Nebraska, Delaware. Same difference. Right? Poor Travis. Robbie's like, D, you would fit into the group. LOL. Would I? Film's like, hashtag not my Elias. Pickles like, that did sound familiar.
Emos.
South Park.
Get the emos in there, too, and then you get a three-way.
Of groups hating each other. Film's like, wow, WWE just, wow, that was total bullcrap and depressing. Jacob says, it's my friend's cows. We use tractors with mixers.
Oh, there you go.
Cool beans, man.
That's awesome.
Film says, hey, Jacob, what's going on, man? James Howell says, Elias, show up.
There he is. He's playing the guitar
playing
right
the
in the
guitar
center of the ring.
in the center of the
Oh,
ring.
no, Kevin Owens is telling him to stop.
Jacob says, I'm tired, Al. Matthew's like, take a drag off a cigarette and sip coffee, hair flip, step left, head bob.
Kevin's speaking
Right,
for everybody,
Matthew?
but nobody agrees with him.
People, I'll give you his clue here in a
Uh-oh.
second. We'll listen to what Kevin has to say about the disgustingness of... He's like calling him out. He's like, totally disgusting. You have everybody else.
I'm French Canadian. I'm as smart as it gets, he just said.
Oh my God. Wow, we don't have very much to live up to then. You think that fooled me? Hey, I didn't know you could fly helicopters.
Uh-oh. He can't accept the truth. There's a lot of people like that in America right now. Thank you. Oh, is a liar.
Oh God. Oh.
He just broke his guitar. Oh, big knee. Kevin Owens is out.
Like, what is that with people ruin his guitars?
He's going to break one of his own. That's a pretty one. Brand new. Never even been touched.
Oh, goodness. Whack.
Oh, gosh. Right in the back of the head. Execution style.
Pickle is here to clue about his thing. Guess the wrestler. Clue number 1. Wrestler Observer Newsletter Best Booker in 94 through 97 and 2002. Pickle says, obviously, wrestling personality, well known.
What were the years? Oh, 4,
94
7.
through 97, 2002. The second clue is Wrestler Observer Newsletter Best Non-Wrestler of the Decade in 2010s. Oh, Kevin threw himself in the back.
God, the only guy I can even think of at that time would have been like Ric Flair or something, but that it doesn't match up.
Right.
Although, I mean, he's because he was still wrestling around that. So somebody that was retired through the decade of 0 through 10 and then was awesome 94 through 97. I don't know. Ric Flair. I'm going to throw it out there. Ric Flair was more dominant in the 80s, though.
Jacob says, I like Travis's beard. Matthew says, it's cheap vodka if it's real. I just make my own. Jacob's like, but I got to pet a bull cow. Nice. Film's like, I really hate this episode, just being honest. I'm sorry you're not having a good time, Film. Matthew says, the suspense is killing me.
Elrod is going to wrestle.
His younger brother.
Even younger brother that we've never met. There's a Zeke.
I heard your challenge. Consider it accepted.
Kevin Owens is literally going insane.
Poor Kevin.
Kevin's lost it. Did you just say Elrod?
Elrod. Oh, I feel bad for Luna says, I'm half Canadian, half American, but not French. Vindicator says, serves Owens right, wasting his money on a bad Jurassic Park movie. Well, Piccolo says, not all Canadians are French Canadians, right? Correct. Correct. Very correct.
Nope.
Not all Canada is French Canada.
Just the best part.
Just the best part.
Which is the east.
Yeah.
Or, yes, the east.
Most of the east. Like, where,
From, like, Toronto over that area.
Yeah, and then, like, where the, what is those called? The Netherlands? Is that what that? No.
No, Newfoundland.
The Newfoundland, yeah. Like, in those areas where that's at.
Ottawa.
Yeah, those. Vindicator says, serves Owen right. Oh, wasting his money. Oh, Vindicator says, I'm half Canadian, half French, half Samoan, all Italian, half German, half South African, and partially Norwegian. And it works 60% of the time, right? Just making sure. Chief Detective Martha says, boo, yeah, hit him with that guitar, lies. Nadula says Jim Cornette for Picola. That's the guess that Nadula's given.
Right, but he didn't wrestle. Or is he saying the best booker?
Wrestler Observer Newsletter, best booker in 94 to 97, 2002. Obviously a wrestling personality who's well known.
Right. Yeah, it would definitely be Jim Cornette. Well, shit, that's tough. It could be Twinkie Tits here.
Wrestler Observer Newsletter, best non-wrestler of the decade in 2010s.
Yeah, it's probably Paul Heyman. Jim Cornette didn't do a lot in the 10s.
Here's our last clue. Inside the Ropes magazine, Manager of the Year in 2020.
Yeah, definitely Paul Heyman.
Herman.
Upset stomach and diarrhea. I guess Booker. I was thinking of a wrestler in that time. And then somebody that moved from a wrestler to a manager for the and so I know Flair was trying to do that.
Right. Film says, well, no, I'm having a good time on the live stream. Well, good. I'm glad you're having a good time on the live stream. I'm sorry that the Raw is not up to par. That sometimes happens. Sometimes they're just a flop for some people. Jacob says, Travis, where do I get my Wrestling Gab merchandise? And delete that, check Instagram. We haven't done anything with it. Like, we need to, like, get some stuff set up. But
Just ask us on Instagram and then
we're throwing some other ideas around in our lives right now, so. Film's like, hey, Jacob, who will win in a hairy armpit match? Bliss or Carmella? I choose Bliss. What about you? Nadula says it is time for the 3-on-1 handicap match. It is. It looks like Bobby was out there, so he's ready. Pico's like, correct for Paul Heyman. Good job, see? Good for changing your answer. Vindicator says, best known wrestler of 2022 for me is Toasty Marshmallow. And Jacob's going with Alexa for film. And Film's like, okay, nice. Matthew's like, I wonder when Vince is coming back out.
He's not.
Why? Do you guys need something else to complain about?
I would not be surprised if he showed up next Monday, though.
Yeah. And he'll probably be there on Friday, too.
And know that he can't be arrested for his infidelity.
Or whatever it was.
Like, he's never going to jail.
Being accused of.
He's never leaving the company. He still owns it. Sort of. Tiny weenie. He's like, what? Tiny weenie.
Yeah, very adult humor. Little kids wouldn't get it. Like little kids.
Right.
Who cartoons are normally geared towards anymore nowadays, but really they're geared towards adults.
Well, the parents have to enjoy it a little bit.
Thumb says Piccolo, who will win in an armpit tickling match? Dana Brooke or Raquel Gonzalez? I choose Dana. What about you? And Piccolo says, one more, yes or no? Yes.
Yeah, I'll go all night. Well, if you have questions all night, I'll go all night.
Do another. So, did you see what that said?
Pound of carrot cake and a pound of ice cream.
No. So it used to be that you could go to Golden Corral and you could just pay and get food, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or get stuff to go. But now they have it by how you pay by however much you get. So like whatever it weighs, that's how you pay. Oh. So whether it's by ounce or pound or however they do it. So you're paying by how much it weighs.
Where's this at?
At that Golden Corral, whatever those are called. What is that thing
Buffet.
called? A buffet.
So you have to pay per pound?
Yeah, or ounce or whatever. They didn't say pay by weight.
Oh, so you don't just get a meal and
Yeah, so
keep eating until you're dead.
Well, you can, but to-go stuff
Oh, okay.
is to pay by whatever weight it is.
Okay. That makes
So if you go in there and you're like, all right, I really want like a whole bunch of stuff, and that was,
Do you
hey,
know we have a
to get in, you get it to
Chick-fil-A
go,
here?
in town. Oh yeah, it's at the university or something.
McKenna went there with somebody the last time she was in
Yeah,
town.
people are like, it's dumb and it's not as good.
Oh.
I don't know what she said about it, but I know a lot of people are like, it's like really dumb that it's where it's at.
Chad Gable first.
And it's kind of a weird restaurant to put at
on
a
a
very
campus?
high controversial university.
So Bobby's obviously going to win this one. Sheesh.
Sheesh.
Will Otis fight as one of the three, though? Because that would be big.
Maybe.
So imagine Otis is second.
Oh, God.
And then the third, we don't know who that... But this is a gauntlet, so it's going to be all three matches right now.
Right, all three have to be in there, right?
No.
Oh,
One
one
at a
after the
time.
other. Oh, I
Yeah.
see. So they could totally like expand this out for a while.
Yeah, this
for
could be
another
a
half
long one.
hour.
Yeah, but knowing Bobby, it'll probably be 10 minutes total. I'm going to record it, or whatever it's called. Time it, so we'll be fine.
Are you going to time each match?
No, I'll just do it all in
Just
one.
the whole time?
Yeah, because it's a gauntlet match.
Got it. Film says Matthew, who will win an armpit smelly match. Nikki is such a live more. I choose to live. What about you? Vindicator's like, what's funny is no wrestler, male or female, actually has hairy armpits. McBossman demands his workers be clean shaven, probably head to toe for these stupid pose downs. LOL. Jacob says, what if Vince is my grandpa? Vindicator's like, LOL. And Pickle's like, sure, Dana is a piff. LOL.
Yeah, she looks fine.
Matthew says Vince is only in trouble because of the way money was spent and recorded. It's tax stuff, almost like an audit took place in preparation for a sale.
Maybe, yeah.
Pickle's first clue is one-time Wrestle Circus Big Top Tag Team Champion with Adam Cole.
I don't know what the big top stuff is. So I'm wondering if that's somewhere else, like New Japan or something.
Okay, but that's your first clue. The second clue is most improved wrestler of the year in 2021.
Okay. Is it, what's his name? The Kyle O'Reilly? All right, anyways, we got Bobby Lashley in there with Chad Gable. I'm over here doing some trivia.
Anybody can do trivia.
But we know this is a gauntlet match, and there is 3 guys in line. And Bobby has to win all these to wrestle Theory. Oh, poor Gable. He's just going to get beat up. Spinning neckbreaker. Damn.
Ah.
Shoulder block.
Ooh. Jacob's like, delete that. I love Golden Corral. Can we go when we meet up sometime? We will go there. So, Jacob, we don't have one where we're at
We've had
anymore.
one,
It
but
closed.
they closed it down.
So, we don't have one anymore. It closed. And I do not like buffets. I don't like them at all.
She likes one called Sizzler.
And I never get buffet. Like
You
I
don't do the
never
buffet
get
part?
I
Isn't it just
never
the
get the
salad?
salad bar part. Well, they have other stuff too. They like have like the pizza and like stuff like that there and things, but I never get it. I have to be in the mood because I'm not a big seafood person, but I will get the steak and all you can eat shrimp. I will save my steak and I will just get plates upon plates of all you can eat shrimp. It's pretty funny. My brother and I put away quite a bit of shrimp when we went there one time. Film's like, Van ? What are you talking about, dude? Okay, cool, Picola. Matthew's like, Golden Corral is awesome. Getting it to go is a ripoff unless You buy 2 containers, one for dudes and one for entree.
Right. All right, there's a vertical suplex. Just walking around with him.
Just can't. Why are we?
Look at Gable's hands down Bobby's pants.
He's got his thumb hooked in his belt.
Bobby flexing.
Matthew's
Trying to get the
like,
crowd
"Film
up.
ASH. And Phil's like, okay, cool, Matthew, thank you for answering the question.
Damn,
Matthew's
that
like,
could just
bring
end
back
it.
Doink. And Nadula says, Bobby is going to beat Chad Gable.
Yes. Yes, he is.
P. Cola says, any other guess?
Fuck. Most improved wrestler 21.
I think it's Liv Morgan.
Ew. Uh-oh. Gable's gonna break his ankle. Teamed with Adam
But it's
Cole.
Because a one-time Wrestle Circus Big Top Tag Team Champion with Adam Cole.
Yeah.
So I don't know who that would be. AJ Styles.
Yeah, that's.
But was he the most
can't
improved
be,
wrestler
no,
of the
not
year
even close.
2021? No.
And like Kenny Omega's not, so I was trying to think of somebody else. I mean, Fish O'Reilly. What's the other guy's name?
He's like
Roderick
really
Strong.
selling this whole Chad Gable match that you
Yeah,
said was not
and this
gonna
is the
happen very
first
long.
match. I'm glad they're spreading it out.
I know. Well, that's why I was like, are you sure they're really going to have a squashing match for it? Or is it going to be like for a while? Not like forever, but.
Oh my gosh, who else? I feel like these are geared out of WWE guys because I don't know, like if I don't even know what Big Top is. Is it, it's got to be somebody in AEW. That would have tagged with Adam Cole.
Oh, who's the guy that was in their weird group stuff together with them?
Roderick Strong.
No. I meant like was in
Brandon
like
Cutler.
Impact stuff with him and like that's in AEW now, but they were like in their weird kissy thing, whatever it was. They're too sweet or whatever the
Right.
fuck they're stupid.
The Anderson Gallows.
One of those guys? I mean, would they be the most improved
but
in
I don't think they would
2021
have
though?
improved. They're old. I feel like it's got to be somebody a little bit younger.
Is it Ciampa?
Possibly.
I don't know.
I don't think he improved in 2021. I have no idea.
There. Here's your last clue. AEW Dynamite Best Fashion Moment Award in 2022 Britsburg jacket.
It's the Big Top thing a mixed gender thing?
Maybe. That's why I was like,
So it's
I
his
thought it was
wife?
a girl. So is that Britt Baker?
Would have to be. Is she the one that has the Britsburg jacket?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that they had mixed gender tag team things somewhere. Big Top stuff.
So the bell rang to end the match, but that means Bobby won because Otis came in
Right.
and interfered.
Yeah,
right?
but is it Otis next? Or is he just there kind of beating
He
him up?
was just beating him up and kind of interfered. Bobby. Let's see.
His legs are so funny because they are so close to the ground. It's like his butt's like a foot off the ground. Because his legs are so short.
Right? His legs are the same size as his body. His body's like this long and his legs are like that long too. They're like, why are they the
see
same?
it?
Yeah.
What I'm talking about? His legs are just tiny.
Yes. I
He got Layla Hirsch legs.
Thumbs like Jacob, who will win in a shaving armpit match? Rhea Ripley or Charlotte Flair? I choose Flair. What about you?
Well, shit, it looks like Austin Theory might not be wrestling Bobby Lashley. It is an Otis match, by the way.
Oh.
The referee's counting.
Oh. I guess he is going up against him. That's weird. Okay. Maddie says Sizzler was the best. Golden Corral is worth a go. Their roast beef is damn good. Jacob's like, Ray. And Pico says, I miss getting all you can eat crab legs at the casino buffet in Mississippi.
I bet.
Matthew says, oh, sides, not dudes. Jacob's like, Pico, what casino? Matthew's like, Stone casinos have awesome deals on food because they make their money gambling. What did he say?
Who's the man now?
Okay. Thumbs like, Matthew, who will win an armpits double match? Paige or AJ Lee? I choose Paige. What about you? Thumbs like, okay, nice answer, Jacob. Matthew's like, film, damn, I'd say Paige. Pico says either Grand or Beau Rivage, both in Biloxi. Film says Misty and Travis, who will win an armpit deodorant match? Bailey or Sasha Banks? I choose the boss, Sasha Banks. What about you?
Sasha Banks doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
She is now
She's
Mercedes.
now nobody. Pico says last. Oh, I read that. Matthew says Big Top reminds me of a circus, which is why I thought of Doink. And Film says thank you, Matthew. And damn, too, Paige got some nice stubbly pits. Matthew's like, I hope Paige comes back, but I don't know if she will. She's leaving WWE, so if she's coming back, it won't be in WWE. So there you go with that. Once her contract runs out, she's not getting re-signed with WWE. She's done. Like, done. So if she comes back, she can never be Paige again. Ever. Like,
well, unless she comes back to WWE.
If she comes back to WWE, yes. But I don't know if... It doesn't sound like she was planning on it. Or they were planning on signing her again. Vindicator says, Body by Steak out there representing you, Travis.
Yeah.
Pico says, oh, I never heard of that promotion either. But it's one of her accolades on Wikipedia.
Uh-huh.
So Britt Baker then, huh? That's weird. Matthew's like, Body by Steak. That's catchy. Yes. That was Otis's thing, Matthew.
Is that the title that Scarlett Bordeaux right now has with Karrion Kross or Killer Kross? Because they have a
circus thing.
They have a mixed gender tag team championship.
Oh, okay. Maybe it is then. Film says, so you're going to choose Bailey to win the match? Oh, yeah, because you said Sasha Banks doesn't exist anymore. So who did you pick?
Well, Bailey's the better wrestler.
Right. But
so
we're not talking about that.
If you're
we're
just talking about
armpits.
looking at their armpits, obviously Sasha has the better body. Although Bailey's not far behind. It's not like she's like lapped or anything.
Right.
She's just a little fuller.
All right, here's another one for you. Here's clue number 1. WWE Hall of Fame inductee in 2020.
What year are we in?
22.
Oh, 2020. Dave Bautista. He backed out, but he was still, that was the year he was going to do it.
Right.
Then the pandemic stuff hit.
Matthew's like, Kane. Jacob's like, Pico, I have been to Sam's Town in Tanika, Mississippi. I was like, oh, cool, thank you, Travis and Misty. Thumbs up, and you get a trophy.
Yes.
Participation trophies for everybody.
That's what I need.
Well, when you wake up and identify as offended, that's what you get on a daily basis.
Yes.
Is participation
You get
trophies.
rewarded for it?
Yes, you do. Participation trophies vibe, bloody. I feel like that guy had a stroke on one side of his face.
Yeah. He commits crimes, but he is not a criminal.
How does that work, guys? Can you explain that to me? If somebody commits crimes, how are they not a criminal? Not saying they're a bad person. We're not talking about good or bad people. We're just talking about the definition of a criminal, right? If somebody commits crimes, what do you call them? Picola says...
Entitled.
Yeah. They get participation trophies. Picola's like, Tanika is fun. My family goes there as well. Tanika, Mississippi. Huh. Never been there. Never been to any states over there. Picola's like, West Mississippi is sketch, though. Can't trust them fools. That sounds terrifying. So what you're saying, Picola, is we have to stay on the east side of Mississippi. Matthew says, I wonder what they are going to do with Amos. I have no idea.
They're going to put the U.S. title on him. No, I don't know. I'm just thinking that just because Bobby Lashley's going to win it at Money in the Bank. It'll never happen.
Never.
Not ever, but it
never,
could happen.
Never, ever.
I feel like he's going to get a mid-card title at some point.
Ooh.
Amos.
Oh, you think?
At some point.
Yeah, I guess so.
I feel like he's going to get some sort of title, and it's not going to be a world title.
Right. Pico's like a con artist. Like, are they, though? like, con artists do commit crimes, right? But they commit cons. And anybody could be a con artist and not be a criminal, right?
Possibly.
Because a lot of people would say that shifty
Otis.
used car salesmen are con artists.
Otis.
See what I'm saying?
Going up top. This is going to hurt. High risk, high reward.
And
Nobody's home.
Bobby got out of the way just in
Nobody's
time.
home. Nobody's home.
Jacob's like giving me a whole bunch of trophies, and this is all for deleted. Thank you for all my participation trophies in life. I needed those because I felt left out through all of the stuff that people were supposed to get them for.
Uh-oh. Bam,
Oh,
drives
gave him
his face down.
It's giving him some love back, finally. Jacob's like, Mississippi is crazy. It looks like, I believe the way it's supposed to work is you're a criminal if you commit crimes. However, apparently, if you serve your sentence or whatever, you're reformed and no longer a criminal.
Ah. You're just an ex-con.
So you're an ex-criminal?
Right.
But you're still classified as a criminal because you committed crimes.
You were a
Whether or
criminal.
not you paid for those crimes in your decisions, you're still a
Whoa,
criminal.
Spear, that's it. Otis is done.
Oh, he
Put a
finally got
fork in him. 1, 2.
Oh.
Gable. So
And-
Otis still hasn't lost since he moved to Raw.
True.
Wait,
yes.
no, maybe he has.
I don't know if he lost.
I think he did lose in a
So
match
basically-
once. But they're still keeping that. Like they're keeping Otis in their pocket for a big title run or something because they do not let him lose. So Otis was pinned there, and then Gable came in and attacked Bobby, so it was a disqualification. Now it's a 2-on-1 debacle here. So who comes out third? Amos? He's already wrestled.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
I just want it to be somebody dominant.
I told you they were going to maybe like span this out for almost a half an hour. They're getting pretty close. Oh, it's Theory is
Theory?
going to be his third opponent? What?
What the fuck?
This makes no sense.
Unless there's a disqualification or something.
I guess.
So we're already
It's
at
just
over
weird.
15 minutes.
Yeah. That's weird.
Why?
Okay, so your second clue on that is two-time European champion as well as the first ever European champion. Is it Walter? I don't know. I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
European champion.
Yeah.
I don't remember being European. I mean, I kind of remember it, the European Championship, but I kind of don't. Is it the NXT European Champion?
I don't know. It doesn't say in his clue, so.
I remember the European Championship.
Matthew's like, victimless and victimized crimes, getting caught with a gram of coke. Who am I hurting? Stealing a gram of coke by force? Something like that. Jacob's like, delete that. That's because you were the cool co-host. Boom's like, okay, Misty and Travis, love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next live stream for Wednesday. Bye. Peace out. God bless America.
Bye-bye.
God bless WWE and AEW Women's Armpits. Love y'all. All right, take care, film. You take care of yourself, okay? Do not hurt yourself because of other people's choices in life. Got that? Okay.
There it is.
Good.
Bobby's
said-
done. No! He rolled him up. 1, 2, 3. Bobby beats him.
Good deal. All right. Well,
It's-
there's your third opponent,
Yeah.
and he's done already. Well, they cut that off real quick, didn't they?
Right?
So how long was it? 17 minutes?
He basically, it's 16:53.
Yeah. Pickle's like, see, ex-con, hence con artist. All right, but in ex-con, I don't know. I just feel like I think we're like blurring lines of like definitions here. I feel like there's clear-cut definitions for con artist, ex-con, criminals, like clear-cut definitions of it. Matthew's like, one would think Luke, unfortunately, after a sentence has been completed, not all rights are restored. It depends on the crimes they have committed, Matthew,
Right.
for the reformation. Because
Right.
if they've committed specific crimes,
If they're violent crimes, they should never be able to purchase a gun.
Yep.
That's my opinion on
even
that.
if they've reformed and
I
did
don't
their
care.
time and everything like that, it doesn't matter. They still have been convicted of a heinous horrible act of violence of some kind.
But it has to be a true act of violence, you know, like
Yeah.
like start your girlfriend on fire type of thing, you know, like
People who throw acid in other people's faces, which is a huge thing
beat them
in
to
these
death,
countries that have
beat
no
them
guns.
to unconsciousness.
Stabbing
Basically,
people.
you know, but like a fight at school does not count.
Right.
Like they need to make sure that there's no gray area on that.
Yeah. Jacob says, see a film. A film's like by Jacob, one of my half tag team partner. Bob, peace out. Bye, everybody else in the chat. Man, it's like Otis and a moss could be something. Who would talk? Because Otis doesn't really talk.
Yeah.
Pickle says, Phil, take care, Fab. Find your redhead. Find your redhead. Those blondes are not worth it. Matthew's like, later film. And Pickle's like, okay, here's your last clue. PWI match of the year in 1992 versus Bret Hart at SummerSlam.
'92. I didn't know we were that far back. Jesus Christ. I almost need to hear
Here's
all of them.
Luke's information. The European Championship, last I knew, was an older belt that was held by, like, Bret Hart,
Right.
British Bulldog, and others.
Yeah, I remember it, but I'm like, God, it's been a minute. I don't know. We wouldn't do Shawn Michaels again. Everybody's Shawn Michaels. It's Shawn Michaels.
It's him. It's totally him. He did it. It was always him. It was that cross-eyed guy.
Unless I'm thinking
He's
that
everywhere.
I'm thinking the same thing with the British Bulldog there, or the Bret the Hitman Hart. But he said against Bret.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking also the British Bulldog. But I didn't know when they broke them up. So yeah, the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith.
She's not going to underestimate Carmella. She's going to give her the benefit of the doubt that she's going to kick her ass. Pickle's like, oh, Theory's faces are so animated, right? Matthew says, I was thinking the Bulldog or Bret too. Jim the Anvil.
Carmella
Robbie
from
says,
behind.
Bobby going in.
So for always being ready, she's sure
Always
laid out.
ready, huh?
Mella's money.
She's like, I'm just as hard as you, bitch. And okay.
She's from Staten Island, so you know she's good.
Ooh, she's like, I take out my earrings, bitch. I'm ready. Hey, it's Miss. Why are we getting Miss? That's weird.
It's
Is it
Miss
Miss
time.
TV?
Yes.
Roy's like Bobby going in. Yes. Luke says ex-con means ex-convict, which is different than a con artist. A con artist means like swindler, gifted, Ponzi scheme, idiot. Like I said, I use car salesman,
Yeah, you
right?
don't always have to go to jail for being a conman.
Pickle's like, it's strange or maybe sad that some reformed criminals won't be able to conform into society and are willing to do sus activities to get back into prison.
Right.
They're so like
Institutionalized.
that that's the only world they know.
It takes care of them, and it's a safe place.
Yes. So basically what would need to happen, right, is that instead of just throwing him into a halfway house and saying, okay, do good, they need to put him through therapy for a couple of years and saying this is part of how you reform back into society and you have to go.
Right, and you could also have like a 3 strikes, you're dead. Like
that
you
would
just,
work too.
Like, oh, you
instead
can,
of-
you there's no going back this time.
Yeah.
If you come back, it's the chair or what,
Yeah.
hanging or whatever. Just get rid of them because they're just going to be a burden.
Right. I
If
mean,
they're-
because it's not like it's free, right? I mean, prison has to be paid by somebody, and usually it's law-abiding citizens that pay some
And
kind
again,
of
I'm
tax.
talking about violent
Yes,
criminals.
this is violent criminals, guys. We're not talking about DUIs. I mean, unless they killed somebody. Different. We're not talking
DUIs
about,
with
like,
murder should go to prison.
you know, like people who are selling drugs or shit like that, which is dumb as it is anyways. That shit's just stupid.
I mean, if you sell drugs on a grade school campus,
Okay.
then we're going felony hardcore.
Well, yeah, because-
that's a violent offense in my book.
Right. I mean, and I think they've kind of had that in place before Reagan
Right.
did all those weird drug things, but
It's
yeah.
like that guy on Horrible Bosses. He's like, I just peed outside of a bar.
Right?
He's a sex
Right
offender.
next to a school.
He's a sex offender.
Because he peed like
He was peeing outside in an alley
yeah.
or something.
And there was like a school, or it
and
was
there
within a
yeah,
school zone or
it
some
was a
shit.
school zone.
Yeah, it looks like ex-con means someone who is ex-convicted, which is short for ex-convict, which is short for ex-convicted. Jacob says to Travis, I got a new video game.
Woo! What one?
What is it?
Is it Sims?
Bryce Pitts is in the chat. Hey, Bryce, good to see you. And here says, hello, Wrestling Gab. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I just been very busy. I'm working on a cool YouTube video. I'll try to show up on Wednesday, if not possibly Friday.
YouTube videos are awesome.
People's like, Luke, Travis, you're correct.
Davey boy.
There you go. Let's see. Matthew says, Razor Remote. People's like, it was Davey Boy Smith. Rob is like, Esta got clarted. What a fool. Rob is like, D is a con artist. Yes. I feel that women who are on social media and use filters are con artists. Because they're conning you into believing that they really look like that, but they don't.
At what point is it a con with a woman? Like, where's the first line? Is it makeup?
I don't know. But have you seen some of them when they do put their makeup on? It's like, they're like a whole different person.
Yeah, especially the ones that are artists that can actually change their nose shape and shit.
Yeah. Or some of them where they're just like very hard looking ladies, which, you know, I'm sure they've had issues in their life or whatever. And they go and they put wigs on and all this other stuff, and they're like, oh my God, how is that even possible? And do you put yourself out there as that person, or do you put yourself out there as the person without the makeup? I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of a con.
Right. So, but can you be a con artist, right? Like, so you're doing a con, so somebody finds out who you really are. So you're conning them to get close to you, so they can find out who you are. That would be makeup.
Yeah.
And then once they fall in love with you or whatever, you might have conned them with looks, but then all of a sudden, you know, you pull out your tallywhacker or something. You're a dude, but isn't that a movie?
Are you from Bangkok?
I'm talking about just makeup. I had to throw the tallywhacker thing out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. I mean, I don't know. I've always kind of just been me, so I have no idea. Jacob's like, hey, Robbie. Vindicator's like, message retracted. P-Call's like, not the white collar crime, folks, stealing your web passwords. What? Those people deserve death.
Yeah, some of those, man.
Just take them out back and, you know, ice pick them or something. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Pico's like, okay, stay old or current? Oh. Do you want to have him do old question?
You can do old or current. Just
whichever one. It don't matter.
I'm good.
Matthew's like, put all the prisoners to work on the infrastructure. That way they are productive and learning skills to have a job after time is served. You know what? It's funny. They used to do that, right? That was how you literally were reformed.
Right.
You were reformed by having a job in the prison system. And when you got out, you had skills. And so they were like, okay, now go get a job.
Right, but they didn't like that because it kept them out of prison when they left.
Yep.
And they want them to come back.
Because they want the money. Because
Right.
if they have prisoners, what do they have? They have funding and money.
Right.
Money.
And they get votes. The Dims get votes.
Oh, yeah.
If there's more crime.
Yeah. Forson says, I'm back. Yay! Jacob says, MLB 22 show. Oh, he got the new
I need to get that. I still haven't bought that. Is it on sale yet? Because it's old, even though it's the middle of the season. It's still the first half.
Yeah, but it's old, right? Vindicator says, Travis, you ever bought a used car from a used car salesman or snake oil from a snake oil salesman, which is a scam, by the way, for you unaware kiddies out there.
You know, I have never bought a used car from a used car salesman. I have bought them from people.
Right? I
But
have bought a used car from a used car salesman.
I have never done that. I have a really good friend that is a used car salesman that I can get, I can tell him what I'm looking for and he can
And you would trust
find
that
it.
he would get you a good car.
Right.
That's the hardest part with used
Brady,
car salesmen.
Auto Image.
Yeah.
I trust Brady.
Yeah. But that's the hard part with car salesmen, right? Is because they're taught to lie, to con you, and to think the car is great. Anyways. Bryce says, bye. Take care, Dee and Travis. Well, thanks for stopping by, Bryce. Good to see you, hon. Take care. If we see you on Wednesday, we will. If not, hopefully we'll see you Friday, bud. Jaco Robertson's in the chat. Hey, Jaco says, hi. Hi. How's it going? We're watching some AJ Styles and Miz.
Talking about the Cornhuskers. I already said what
Oh,
he
my
said
God. They're
earlier.
talking about Nebraska and corn people.
Delaware.
Pickle is like fake hair and teeth and no makeup, but I'm the bad guy when I say I'm 5'10", LOL. How dare you be 5'10", Pickle? My God. That's just way too tall. Way too tall. How dare you be on the average scale, you jerk. Forson says, I'm going to sleep. Okay. Good night, Forson. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Matthew says, I agree, Misty. Filter pictures are awful. These broads wear masks. They are con artists. You're thinking of Stephen King Tommy Knockers. I think it was King.
Tommy Knockers.
Yeah, Tommy Knockers.
Every time I think about women, I think about knockers, Tommy Knockers.
Jacob message retracted, and Matthew says, privatized prisons are a crime or government is fascist in many regards. Jacob says, The Rock return to SummerSlam 2022.
No.
I don't think this time around. Maybe later in the year we might see him, but we know for sure we're going to probably see a lot of John Cena coming up. He's going to be here on next Monday, by the way. So if you're a big John Cena fan. I do not have tiny balls. He has the most massive, he says.
Why would you want python-sized balls?
He totally beat him. Pickle is clue number 1. Slammy Award winner for Best Ring Gear of the Year in 2020 with Faction Partners.
I have no idea.
A Slammy Award winner of Best Ring Gear of the Year in 2020 with Faction Partners. So they had the best ring gear,
Right.
but within a faction of people.
In
2020, they had the best ring gear, and they won a Slammy Award for it. Jaco says, Mr. Bean versus Batista, WWE Championship, WrestleMania 39, Mr. Bean. Forson says, today analysis is so sweet. Piccolo says, Jaco, we already have enough fact checkers. Jaco's like, I like The Rock. Yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people really enjoy him. Matthew's like, The Rock might return at Rumble for a Mania match. Just a guess. Jacob's like, delete that. I am 6 foot. Oh, Travis, the game is awesome.
I bet it is.
Matthew's like, DX and Piccolo's like, clue number 2. 7-time SmackDown Tag Team Champion with Faction.
Right, I'm trying to think of this faction thing. Is it New Day? Oh shit, AJ just knocked him out. Miz is out.
How dare he just beat people up for... Oh, shit.
Who's
That
that?
Ciampa?
Ciampa and the Miz are just like hip and hip.
I guess, but Miz is like, why are you helping me? Like, his face is like, hey, bud. I'm not sure exactly what that is
Ciampa,
all
AJ
about.
Styles is going to be great. But, they hinted at this with Ali, and it never really took form.
Right.
But AJ's better.
Oh,
obviously,
totally.
than
It would
him.
totally work with AJ.
Notice we didn't even see Ali this week.
Yeah, well, the stuff with Ali is just, he's just become a pathetic. I think they're just using him until his contract runs out, and then he's probably going to be gone.
I'm trying to think anybody that was in a faction in 2020. Because I'm like, Retribution, but it obviously isn't
Why
Retribution.
would they have a, why would they have... But 7-time SmackDown Tag Team Champion.
Right, that's the New Day.
Right.
Because that is a faction.
So, but you'd have to put... It's just one person, though. Slammy Award winner. Best Ring Gear of the Year in 2020. They were a 7-time SmackDown Tag Team Champion.
But in a faction.
With a faction. Matthew's like, oh, in 2020. And Forson says, please, did you need water? I have some if they're on my side. Matthew's like, New Day for the answer. Jayco's like The Rock versus Roman Reigns.
Well, yeah, but
Universal Championship,
it's not
WrestleMania
the New Day.
39.
It's got to be one dude. So who had the best ring gear out of the three? They're all the same. Big E wore a cape kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if that's who it is.
Right.
There's got to be Big E.
Right. Looks like Picola. What you saying about fact check us? Picola's like, second time Ciampa keeps helping The Miz. I think this is his third time, actually, Picola. I'm pretty sure this is the third time he's helped The Miz. In a weird situation. I can't remember the first time. The second time was a couple weeks ago. But the first time was before that, and I don't remember who it was with. Jaco says Batista versus John Cena SummerSlam 2022. Jaco, I know you guys really want it, but I don't think I'll ever really see Batista ever back wrestling in WWE.
Yeah, it'd be awesome to see Batista back, but he doesn't want...
He tried to make his comeback.
He did his last match. He wanted Triple H in his last match, and he did. He got it.
And that was it. And during that time that he was kind of back, like, things didn't go quite how he wanted. And he got really upset. Like, very, very upset with the fans. And I just
that
don't
was the
feel
comeback
that he can
time.
even do that. Yeah.
But then he left, and then when he wanted one more match.
Right.
And he got Triple H. Good thing he didn't wait any longer, because he would have never got it.
Right. Matthew's like, AJ should have a combo called the AJ 47. Beagle says, see, Luke, there's somebody trying to take your job. But Matthew's like, Biggie. Jaco's like, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, WWE Universal Championship, SummerSlam 2022.
Yeah, and 23 and 25 and 7.
I'm pretty sure
32.
that's probably going to happen. Forson says, I need some of your shirt. Yeah? We need to sell our shirts.
Get on Instagram and get Wrestling Gab, and then send us a message, and we'll get you one or something.
Matthew's like, Batista said he's done. Yeah, I mean, he said that a while ago. Jago says Brock Lesnar returned to SmackDown 2022. Since we saw him this last Friday?
Yes.
Yes.
In a, last man standing match against Roman.
Yep, that's what's happening. So, yeah, good stuff.
When I shoot, I don't miss.
Jacob says, I like Brock Lesnar. You know what? A lot of people do nowadays.
Love Brock.
There's a lot of people that hate him, and there's a lot of people that love him. So there you go. Pico's last clue is best YouTube host in a wrestling show 2020s for Up, Up, Down, Down. Well, so when you guys are talking about that, and then he said that, I was like, it's going to be Xavier Woods. That's the only person I can think of. Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston for the 7-time SmackDown Tag Team Champion. That's the only part that kind of threw me. So I was like, Matthew's like, Jacob, especially this new incarnation. So we're actually having a match between Ciampa and AJ right now, guys.
It actually is happening.
So there is an actual match between them right now. So Ciampa came out, attacked AJ for hurting, doing something to The Miz. And now we're actually getting a match between Ciampa and AJ. So there you go.
Wow, big chop.
And we have one of our more favorite female refs out there tonight. Yay!
Yeah. Second only to Aubrey.
Pico's like, there you go, Xavier Woods.
But she's the prettier of the two.
Yeah. I'm just blindsided by him. Oh.
AJ over the top. I think gets kicked down to the floor, but does land on his feet.
Kapow!
Oh, shit.
He
That
didn't
knee
land
hit
on
him
his
hard.
feet that time.
Not after that knee.
That That knee got him in the face.
So Becky and Asuka are going to end this show again. Again. Last week, we had a guy do it. Or it would have been girls like 10 weeks in a row or some shit.
Right? Ugh. Pickles, like, if Batista came back, I don't know if people would still shit on him like his last comeback. You know, I probably not. But I feel like he got what he wanted out of wrestling, and that's it.
Yeah, now he's got an acting career. Hopefully he'll be in something else. I thought he was pretty good in that spy show.
Yeah, the spy one. And then he wasn't too bad in that weird zombie one on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, he was in that, huh?
That wasn't too bad.
I forgot he was even in that, because that means he's a good actor. Like, if you aren't paying attention to him.
Right?
Wow, I forgot about that one. That's the one where they went into the building, huh?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And he had a daughter.
Yes.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Jacob's like, I was going to say best YouTube hoe. I like those
Carmella.
hoes. But yes, the best YouTube hoe is Carmella, hands down.
Well, isn't that her thing?
Yes, being a hoe.
With her husband?
Yes.
They like try to do
so.
porn on YouTube or whatever.
Vindicator's like, I can't get too excited. Ciampa gets a big match this week, then back in catering the next 2 weeks until he gets a consistent push. He is still being wasted. Not necessarily. He might have a feud with AJ for a while, guys.
Yeah, he could win this, hypothetically.
I mean, this could be like a thing. We don't know what they're doing.
Have him roll up AJ and get a 1, 2, 3.
AJ doesn't have anybody that he's really feuding with right now, so why not? Matthew's like, Becky and Asuka are decent, but this Raw is simply meh.
Or what they could do with Ciampa, if they wanted to build this, is have Ciampa go to the outside and get a chair and whack him with it.
Oh, yeah.
And then beat the shit out of him.
Oh, right.
Right? And then they have to go again, but AJ will be weak the next time, and which would be SummerSlam.
Right. Jacob says, I was going to say best YouTube host wrestling gap. Oh. Well, thanks.
Well, you know. Second only to wrestling gap.
Jacob says, I like Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
Yes.
Brock's the shit.
He is pretty fun.
Oh, shit. Let's go. Uh-oh. AJ. Got him up and over. Drives him down. I don't know what you would call that. It's a backdrop.
Sure. I don't know.
Authority.
With authority. Is that what that is?
I mean, it's a backdrop.
Well, when you do it that way, then, you know, it makes a big difference. That's pretty funny, actually.
Whoa.
Too funny.
Up, over, down. Big forearm by AJ. Here it comes. The phenomenal forearm. He's going to end it right here. Yep.
Oh, we got him.
So they didn't want to do anything with it. Fuck.
Well, that's stupid.
You know, I'm not a fan of this guy. Anybody that knows that, since we were doing NXT and all that, knows I'm not a huge fan, but that's just dumb.
Of Ciampa?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is dumb. Yeah. Anyways, that's Jacob's fish that he got today.
Hell yeah. Is that a bass? That's a big mouth bass.
Yeah, that's a big mouth bass. Nice, Jacob. That's a nice looking fishy.
That's awesome.
Fishy, 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 fishy.
What a life out there fishing in the day. I guess it was a holiday.
Was it really a holiday?
Look at AJ.
Oh, he's
Looking like a 70s cop.
He stole Mrs. Sunglasses. Pickle's like, I want the Ciampa who snapped her crotch over Johnny Wrestling and broke up. DIY. Jaco says Brock Lesnar is the best in the world. Pickle says that was lame. Ciampa can be better. Yeah, it was kind of lame. Vindicator says, I'm leaving after this match. I don't need to see Becky versus Asuka for the 4th week in a row. Neither have anything new to offer anyway.
No.
There you go. Jaco says, Mr. Bean returned WWE SmackDown 2022. Are you talking about the weird British guy, Mr. Bean?
Yeah.
Is that who you're talking about? I feel that's a weird want to return of SmackDown 2022. It's strange and odd. Oh, hey, we're going to talk to Veer out on a platform. It's Veer Mahan and everybody hates him. Boo. He's like, I don't care. The legendary Rey Mysterio. Vindicator's like, so yeah, nothing worthwhile here for Ciampa, just some brief TV time as a loser again. I think he has one victory on Raw so far. Ugh. Yeah. Jacob's like, yeah, Juneteenth. Jacob says Rowan Atkinson. Yeah, some Rowan, huh? Piccolo says, okay.
Bum, ba-dum, bum. So we got Veer out there. I love Carnage. I can't stop.
I don't know what it is saying.
There you go. I was like, just speak your tongue. It works.
Yeah.
He will not be stopped until there's nothing left to pick off the bone.
Nice.
Veer.
Fear him. Fear. Totally fear him. Piccolo's
He looks like Ravi's older brother.
I think it is. Ravi, is that your older brother?
Not that Ravi, the one on Big Bang Theory.
Oh.
Raj.
Oh, Raj.
Raj's
I think it's Ravi's older brother.
Whatever. Up next, Asuka and Becky.
Of course. Okay, here's Piccolo's clue. Ready? 2008 Summer Olympic Games bronze medalist in judo.
Ronda Rousey.
Piccolo says his hair is so luscious. It's pretty luscious. Jacob's like, I like Triple H. A lot of people like him too. Matthew's like, have y'all noticed that every day has a little...
What the fuck is she wearing?
Every day has a title to it these days. International Donut Day.
Yeah.
Futures Day.
There's actually a
Basket Weaving
page where you
Day.
can go to it, and it'll tell you what every day is.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty cool.
Even days are identifying themselves. Madness, I tell you.
It's in order to separate us. If you can keep people separated, you can keep them like in chaos, and then they're easier to control. You don't want a united people. If you had a united people, then you wouldn't get any votes.
Pickle's like, boom, Travis. So that means you got it. Good job.
But
So they can't sell Wagyu burgers anymore. I had one. They were kind of gross. But other people thought they were delicious. I thought they were disgusting. Vindicator says, so okay, guys, you take care. Hope you will be back in those gray chairs the day after tomorrow, and maybe more camera time for Leopold as well. Stay warm, cool, and classy in Idaho.
he's
Will
probably
do, Vin.
Yeah, by Wednesday it'll probably be 90. So
Yeah.
it is supposed to heat up.
Thanks for joining us tonight, Vin. We'll see you for some Dynamite.
Yeah, which will be the go home show for the pay-per-view.
Yes, that's it.
Forbidden Door.
Piccolo says UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion inaugural and PWI #1 female and Rookie of the Year in 2018. Sad. Vindicator says, which might just be a superior to Nebraska. LOL. Bye, guys. We
Bye-bye.
do have mountains. So there's that. Matthew's like, Vin, be safe. Matthew says, does it get humid by y'all in the hoe?
No.
Okay, so
We're
not normally.
We're in a desert.
Because we're what they call a high altitude desert.
High Plains desert.
High plains desert, high altitude desert area. Most of the time it does not get humid, but it can get humid. And it is a different type of feeling than the humidity in the south. Like it's a really weird humid feel.
Black phone.
I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I've heard people explain southern humid when it's hot. It's very, very dense and very, like, oppressing, like, for your breathing and stuff. So, in high plains, high altitude, dry desert, when it's humid, because the humidity factor can and has gotten up to like 80 to almost 90% sometimes, which is pretty high.
It's usually after it rains.
Considering it it makes it so, I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like you're at an even higher altitude than you are, if that makes sense. So, like, it's kind of the same feeling, but not the same feeling as if you're in the south with the humid hot. Let's go weigh 'em and say, see? Weigh and pay a buffet. Yep, get it to go. See? You weigh your food and you pay for it. It's so strange to me. Ms. Vinny here says, you too, Matthew. See? That rhymes. Pico says, I don't know what to do with myself without humidity. LOL, like sweating 8 months out of the year is just normal. Ayla's like, hi, I'm new here. I just subbed. That's great, Ayla. Thanks. Pico's like, take care, Vindicator. Yeah. I don't know. It's really weird. So we do have a friend that moved
Elrod maybe next week.
Ooh, Elrod? Is it going to be Elias or Ezekiel or Elrod? So we do have a friend that moved from Texas. And
Houston.
And where he was at in Houston, Texas, it's very humid there too. And he moved to Idaho. And he seriously had, like, he loves it here now. But he had the hardest time getting used to the dryness. Because, one, we're at a higher altitude, so you actually burn a lot easier.
We're closer to the sun by like a mile.
So he was like, I was so used to, like, he's like, when it's 90 degrees in dry heat, it's completely a different 90 degrees than in humid 90 degrees. Like, and
shit.
the feeling is completely
Becky taking it right to
weird.
Oscar.
And it is. It's, I don't know. It's really kind of hard to describe it. You have to kind of just feel it for yourself, right?
Yeah, be here at this altitude when it's 100 degrees outside and you will burn.
Yeah.
Like, and he likes the hot. He worked outside in Houston.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's just hotter here.
Yeah, the feeling, it's hotter. The air's thinner, basically. It looks like southern humidity is like you're trying to walk through a pool. One step causes sweat and breathing issues. Right. Pico's like, okay, last one. All right, he's going to give you some more clues. Matthew's like, Albuquerque is high desert, and it got humid sometimes after it rained, but it wasn't a sticky humidity. Y'all have trees, so it's probably different from my experiences. Matthew, like I said, we're a desert, so there's not really trees. Like, we have pockets of trees, and we do have, like, mountains and forests and stuff like that. But in most areas of, like, where we're at in Idaho is literally desert. So that means you get brush and scraggly trees. You don't get, like, big, huge, nice trees or anything, so. It was like, no problem. I'm glad to be out of this stream all of a sudden just now. Are you? That's good. Looks like Casey gets southern humidity that fuels the severe weather that comes from the colder northern air. It's like trying to breathe while being waterboarded, right? Like, it's very thick. Like, the air is very thick. That's what I was trying to explain. It's very thick air. And here, even though it's humid, it makes it feel like you're not getting enough oxygen. Like, no matter how deeply you breathe, you're not getting enough. Ayla says, Matthew, I got your message. I have no idea what you're talking about. Ha ha. Ayla's like, not upset. Pico's like, damn, Luke, Kansas City sounds ugly. He's like, how was your shower?
Kansas City has, like, a little bit of a mountain. They're at a little bit higher altitude.
They are. Yeah, they definitely are. Matthew's like, word, I'm glad. Matthew's like, oh, okay, so I know what you're talking about then. Pico's like, number one. Oh, clue. Are you ready for the clue?
Yeah.
They're a AAA Hall of Fame inductee in 2007.
Okay. I have no idea. I don't know what AAA is. I mean, obviously it's a wrestling organization, but I don't know.
Right. So did you hear what he said? That Becky blames everyone but herself. And he was like, no, I've only heard her blame Asuka. I'm pretty sure that was Corey that said the second one. I'm pretty sure it's the middle guy who said the first one, but that's pretty funny. It was like, we could have redwood trees, but we're not about that life. Pickle says, oh, here's your number 2 clue. Ready? 21st Grand Slam champion.
What the fuck? There's 21 of those bastards? I don't think it has AJ got the Grand Slam.
It's The Miz. Just kidding.
No, it's
No
definitely
idea.
not the Miz.
I'm just teasing. I have no idea. I'm just throwing names out there.
Miz has always been with WWE. Never went anywhere else ever. He's like the Undertaker. Well, the Undertaker was other places, but after he became the Undertaker.
Luke says Casey is not ugly. I almost made a comparison, but didn't want to hurt people's feelings. Okay, he's saying it sounds ugly in the sense of how the weather and humidity is, Luke. So I don't think he's saying that Kansas City itself is
Oh,
ugly.
God, Oscar.
We were
Tumbles
talking
all the
about
way down to the floor.
humidity.
So I'm going to go with
describing the
AJ
humidity.
Styles. I'm not sure if he's ever won the Grand Slam thing, though. I think he still needs the Universal Championship.
Is that the one he needs still? Matthew says, it'd be cool to build a home in a redwood tree.
When we went to Disneyland, we drove through one, but it fell over this like couple years ago.
It did fall over. I wasn't sure if it fell over, if it was the one that, or if it burned up.
No, it fell over.
That's so gross. Jacob's like, Rey Mysterio is his guess. And Pico says, oh yeah, I would love to go to KC. I've been to St. Louis before. Well, that's what I was saying. I was like, Luke, I don't think he meant like ugly in the sense of like it's a hideous place. It's ugly because of the way you describe the humidity of it. It sounds hideous. Like, I don't think I want to go there, really. As the weather is that icky caca. Okay. Ayla's like, I don't know why I put could twice. I don't know. Why'd you put could twice? Matthew's like, these phones are possessed. A mall samurai? Oh my god. Mall cop. Alright, here's your last clue. Your guess wasn't correct then. Ready? 3-time WWE Cruiserweight Champion.
Oh, shit. 3-time.
Do you want me to read the clues again?
No, because it's AAA.
Hall
And
of Fame
then-
inductee in 2007.
Right. I'm just trying to think of the Cruiserweight division.
21st Grand Slam champion. And the 3-time WWE Cruiserweight champion. Matthew's like, Rey Mysterio.
I feel like that, but
Was he a Cruiserweight
I
champion?
don't remember him becoming a Triple Crown champion.
Mm.
He's never had, you know,
All of
the Universal title.
The Universal
Although
title,
the
Grand Slam
Universal title
champion.
would be, is that even part of the Grand Slams? Because Shawn Michaels never had the Universal Championship.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they mean both World Championships.
I don't know. I don't know what they mean by it.
That's what Miz needs, is that Universal Championship, and then he'd even be more of a Grand Slam winner than everybody else. Because he'd have the World title, the WWE title, and the Grand Slam, or the Universal Champion. But anyways, I want to say Mysterio, but I don't remember him ever being a Cruiserweight in WWE, because they've always pushed him as a main guy.
Right?
And Vince hates Cruiserweights. I don't know. It's got to be Rey Mysterio. Because the last clue is usually the obvious one, and this one, it made it harder for me.
Right.
So I'll just say Rey,
Okay.
but I doubt it's Rey.
Well, as Jacob says, AAA is Lucha Wrestling, but it
Yeah.
doesn't know. But Piccolo says, yeah, it's Rey Mysterio. There you
Ah.
go. Rey Mysterio. Everybody else gets Riri, and Matthew gets Riri, and everybody else. So there you
Dominic.
go. Dominic.
He'll follow in his dad's footsteps. He'll be better than his dad.
Oh, it looks like Casey has the best and loudest stadium in the world. I miss it. Crowd so loud, you were feeling tingles in your ears hours after the game ended.
Right. Arrowhead is what it's called.
Yeah. Jacob
Actually,
says
that's probably offensive. They probably had to change that name.
they totally probably had to.
Because that had something to do with an Indian.
Yep. Jacob says, Piccola, I am close to St. Louis. Matthew says, LOC possessed. Why re twice? Jacob's like that.
I wonder when they have to change their name. They're the Chiefs.
Nope.
That's very, very offensive.
Nope. It's not, because there's Chiefs in other things too. So,
Well, yeah, but they use an arrowhead as a emblem.
Yeah, I don't know.
They are definitely going against Native American.
I have no idea. I think it's all stupid, so.
Well, I agree, but you got to treat them all fair. If you take one away, if you can take the Redskins away, you got to take the Chiefs away. The Cleveland Indians are going away. They already went away.
Yeah.
Florida Seminoles, even though the tribe supports it,
They better take it away.
you got to.
I don't care
Got
if
to
they
treat them
support
all
it or not.
fair. 1,
They-
2, and...
They supposedly at one point in time supported our mascot too, and they took that away, so, around our area.
Yeah.
So fuck them. Fuck them all. I feel I'm an indigenous person, as I was born in this fucking place.
Wow.
I'm indigenous to Earth.
Okay. So,
I was born on Earth.
right. If you think you're in the United States, pan out. You're on a little ball spinning around the fucking sun.
Like, fuck you.
Just everybody wants to be offended.
Exactly.
It's amazing. Like, I posted something today on Twitter, and, like, people got, like, they were all sorts of upset about it. I was like, what the fuck? Like, are you... They're obviously part of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
It was Renee Young or whatever. She's a dumb broad anyways, but she posted something about, like, body shaming of Adam Cole, because there's this big thing about body shaming Adam Cole. Booker T said they need to put more muscles on him.
You're not the only one. It's
Yeah.
just so creepy.
Right?
He is so fucking creepy.
And so she's like,
looking.
what's it, this body shaming thing? I'm like, don't worry about it. He's a guy. He's not going to get upset, right? Guys don't give a fuck about that. Oh, my God. All these, like, fairy boys are on there just, like, crying about it. You know, worried about my body when I was a kid? It's like, were you just born offended? Like, can you not help it?
So what I want to say to those people that have that problem
Don't say
is
that.
then do not say to people who you look at and say they have a dad bod, because that's body shaming. Fuck you.
Right. Well, I don't know if they do that.
Yes, they do. You have a dad bod. Not kidding. That you have a dad bod. And they say it about people all the time. And I know that
Well,
all
how do you
these
know
women are like,
these
oh, I'm
people are
totally...
saying it?
Because they say it all over the internet.
Right, you're saying people.
Yes.
I'm saying these people, like this exact people. I can't tell somebody.
I bet you anything, those people that are getting offended about that, call people with your physique. They have dad bods.
Right, I'm not going out to
That's-
assume. I'm just saying that that they are the problem. That is what is wrong
Yes.
with America. Is that?
Yeah.
Like
It is.
that is the absolute pinnacle of the problem that's happening in our country.
Yes.
Is that?
It's called social media.
It's like, be a dude, be a man.
Whatever you do in the privacy of your own
If
home,
you're
be a fucking
skinny,
man.
be skinny. If you're fat, be fat. I don't give a fuck.
Right?
Right?
Exactly.
I mean, don't tell me, like, if you eat yourself into diabetes and then somebody calls you fat, you get upset. You fucking did it to yourself. Right?
True.
Like, you can't get upset about that. Like, if you shave your head and somebody calls you bald, you can't be upset.
Right.
If you eat yourself into obesity and somebody calls you fat, you can't be upset, right? Like, it's not possible. It's not a real thing.
It isn't real.
Like, you
it's
can't
very
be
weird.
upset if you ate yourself into obesity. And
Nadula
by the way,
says-
Adam Cole isn't fat.
Nadula says Tajiri. Picole's like, it's Rey Mysterio. Picole's like, oh,
Tajiri's a good
sorry, Travis.
guess.
LOL. Jacob's like, Matthew, we got it. Nadula says, isn't Ray 8-time cruiserweight champion?
He could have won a few in WCW. I forgot about those days.
Ah.
And so I was thinking since the inception in WWE this time around, and that's why I was trying to think. Like, Tony Parker won the first one. It was like 2015. And I'm like, Ray hasn't won it 3 times since 2015.
Right?
That might be it. 2 and 3. Asuka beats her.
So Asuka gets Money in the Bank chance, but not Becky. So there you go, guys. Interesting. Anyways, Ayla says, like our high school, apparently it was so offensive that now we're the Thunders or something stupid. I do not associate with that high school. I wish I could get my degree from somewhere else. Pico's like, I got it from Wikipedia. You may be right. It looks like it's weird. The stadium is sponsored by some company that puts 4 letters before Arrowhead, so it's still called Arrowhead. Pico says FSU Seminoles are still the same.
Well, and they should be.
And they should be.
Because the tribe there, they actually send a tribeman to ride the horse and throw the spear.
And support them and everything like that.
Right. Like that, they support that team. They like it.
Mm-hmm.
But the other tribes don't. And so it's basically all boils down to
who's offended the most.
Whose tribe's going to kill the other tribe? Like, who's the superior tribe?
Exactly. Jacob's like, well, the Redskins and Cleveland Indians. Ayla's like, we were the Indians. I don't know what our other local high school mascots are. Rams are one of them. And the other ones are...
A snake.
A snake. They're rattlesnakes or copperheads or diamondbacks. Matthew's like, Earthlings, mofo. Looks like GEHA filled at Arrowhead Stadium. Ayla's like, meep, meep, I am of Earth. Matthew's like, hail Satan, and Ayla's like, as above, as below. Chief Detective Martha says, see you Wednesday when it's windy outside. Jacob says, Travis, they have a university called Illinois University, and they are called Fighting Illini. Beagle's like, I mean, I have a dad bod, but I'm not flipping tables about it. Right? Golfless says, good night, everyone. Ayla says, I like dad bobs. Chunk boys are my favorites. Matthew's like, I've got not a dad bod. And Luna says, I'm gone now. Matthew says, a little chunk boys. What the fuck, LOL. Looks like I'm diabetic, but the opposite of fat. Well, yeah, and I mean, and it doesn't always mean your physique, right? I mean, diabetics aren't always fat. It was like chunky boys, fat ones with a belly. I don't know why they're usually funny. Pickle is like funny how Seth freaked out one time when he lost on Raw. Matt is like, oh, so your hubby was skinny and you fattened him up for your sick, perverted desires. Is that what you're saying? That's usually what happens, Matthew, when men get into relationships where they're happy. They get comfortable and chunky. Most couples do, actually. It's kind of a normal thing. It's sad, but true. It was like, Luke, new name is Dia Eric. Nice. I knew what he meant. He meant diabetes. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight for Raw. So some things are happening. I look forward to, if you're a big John Cena fan, look forward to not seeing him next Monday on Raw.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
All that garbage is happening. Anyways, that was Vince McMahon coming down and saying that. It looks like Asuka's going to be in Money in the Bank. She just beat Becky. It looks like Carmella is going to go up against Bianca Belair at Money in the Bank for the Raw Women's Champion.
It's taking shape.
Yeah. There's a couple other things that happen. Bobby Lashley is going to have a match against Theory at Money in the Bank. Looks like that's happening. So we'll see. We'll see what else they're going to add to it. I don't think we had a men's qualifying match for... Oh, yes. Amos is now in the ladder match. That's
Amos,
right. So
Seth, Drew, and Sheamus for the dudes. And for the ladies, it's Asuka, Raquel, Alexa, Liv, and Lacey.
Wow. So we're almost full on the women?
Yep. We got 5. We got 2 left.
Holy shit.
2 dames left.
All right. Well, there you go. Manny's like, sweet dreams, y'all. And he was like, yeah, he was skinny. I got pregnant. And now he weighs 200 pounds. Haha.
Sweet dreams.
All right, everybody. We'll see you on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite. We'll see what happens on that night of fun and games.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gap. See you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.